Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Pittsfield Suns pregame show on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Here's the first pitch. Hot shot. High fly ball. Deep right field. And this one is gone. A moonshot by Patrick Sullivan. And a hanging ball over the plate skies this one deep to right field. A 3-run homer in his debut, Patrick Sullivan.
And now we'll take you to the birthplace of baseball, Pittsfield, Massachusetts, and Paul Dowd Field at historic Wacona Park.
Long hold, exhales, the 0-2. Hot shot past the diving second baseman Ricciardi. Another RBI single. They're going to round the next runner, and there will be no throw. A 2 RBI single by Brian McHale, and the game has been flipped for the momentum, and now the Suns lead it by a score of 5-2.
And now, here are your hosts for Pittsfield Suns Baseball, Billy Madewell, Steve O'Brien, and Colin Quinn.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to beautiful Paul Dowd Field at Wacona Park in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, as the Pittsfield Suns get ready to take FCBL action against the visiting Westfield Starfires. Good early evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Billy Madewell. Thank you so much for listening in and watching in. Alongside me, as always, my broadcast partner, Steve O'Brien Jr. and Colin Quinn. The Suns yesterday average could not cut it against the Brockton Rocks. And a good point of notion here, I believe, from you, Colin. They're only 1-5 against Brockton this year.
Yeah, it's been a rough go of it for the Suns against Brockton this year. Brockton's a really good team. They've been near the top of the standings all year. There's a reason for that. So the Suns had some troubles against them last night, as they've had this entire season. I look for them to bounce back tonight, as they have of late, against a Westfield Starfires team that has struggled a lot this year.
Well, the Brockton Rocks just had the Suns' number last night. They really just exploded in a couple of innings and got the job done. The Suns' defense wasn't up to par like we've seen it, and they're number one in the league are the Suns in defense, but last night really didn't show it, and just the bats couldn't get it going. The pitching for the Rocks was really good, and like you said, the Rocks have had their number all season long have over the Pittsfield Suns, but it's a bounce-back game right here against the Westfield Starfires, who have, like Steve said, they've struggled all season long, just haven't been able to get it going. But we'll see if the Suns can really bounce back or if the Starfires can steal one from Pittsfield tonight.
And we're going to give you now a trip around the FCBL and give you an idea of what's happening around the league up to date.
Well, we'll take a look at the standings first, where we find the Pittsfield Suns right atop of the FCBL standings. No matter if they lost last night, they are 18-13. This season. That's a .581 winning percentage. They lost their last game, like we just talked about. 6-4 in their last 10. The Brockton Rocks, who defeated the Pittsfield Suns last night, are 17-14, one game back of the Pittsfield Suns. They have a .548 winning percentage. They won their last game against Pittsfield, 6-4 in their last 10 as well. The North Shore Navigators are 18-15. They're just a couple of percentage points behind the Brockton Rocks at .545. One game back of the Pittsfield Suns for first place. They also won their last game. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games. The Worcester Bravehearts have come out of nowhere and started to climb up the FCBL standings. Now at 17-15, a .531 winning percentage. 1.5 games back of the Pittsfield Suns at the Worcester Bravehearts now. They've won their last 3 games. They are 7-3 in their last 10. The Bristol Blues, who were red hot coming into last week, have cooled down mightily. They are 16-15, and they have a .516 winning percentage. That's 2 games back of the Pittsfield Suns for first place. They've lost their last 3 games, and they are 5-5 in their last 10. The Nashua Silver Knights have come in second to last in the FCBL standings at 15-17, a .469 winning percentage. 3.5 games back of the Pittsfield Suns for first place. They've lost their last 2 games, and they are 3-7 in their last 10 games. And these Westfield Starfires that the Pittsfield Suns will host today are 10-22, .313 winning percentage, 8.5 games back of first place. They lost their last 1 game, and they are 4-6 in their last 10 games. Taking a look now at games that happened yesterday in the FCBL, it was the North Shore Navigators who won a shootout game over the Bristol Blues. That was a 13-10 victory for North Shore. The Navigators got production from their center fielder, Ben Malgieri, who went 2 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. and also had a walk in the game, as well as their designated hitter, Tyler McGregor, who went 2 for 5 with 4 runs batted in. The first 5 hitters in the Navigators lineup had at least 2 hits in the win. Bristol's Austin White went 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs, also had 2 walks in the game. Brandon Miller hit his 3rd home run of the season for the Blues in the loss. The Worcester Bravehearts defeated the Westfield Starfires thanks to a key 5-run 7th inning where the Bravehearts catcher Riley Livingston hit a 2 RBI double in the inning and collected 2 hits and 3 RBIs total. The Bravehearts right fielder Nicholas Martin had 1 key hit. It was a 2 RBI single in the 7th to help propel the Bravehearts. The Starfires got production from their second baseman Dolan O'Castle as he went 3 for 4 with a run and 2 RBIs in the loss for the Starfires. And the Pittsfield Suns suffered a tough loss last night to the hands of the Brockton Rocks 7-2. Some defensive errors costed the Suns in the top of the 7th, where the Rocks scored 3 runs, which put the game out of reach for Pittsfield. The relief pitcher for the Brockton Rocks, Jake Sanderson, was superb, going 4 innings, giving up just 1 hit to the Suns while striking out 5. Suns left fielder Jeff Bogus launched his 2nd home run of the season last night in the loss. Taking a look to see what is on tap for today, the Bristol Blues are going to make the 2.5-hour trek all the way out to Nashua to take on the Silver Knights, with the first pitch scheduled for about 7 o'clock p.m. The Brockton Rocks will make a much closer travel as they head out to Lynn, Massachusetts, and Fraser Field to take on the North Shore Navigators, with a first pitch also scheduled for about 7 o'clock. And your Pittsfield Suns will host the Westfield Starfires in hope of bouncing back after last night's loss to Brockton. First pitch is about to be around 6:30 or so. And that is your look around the FCBL. We'll have more scores from the MLB and the FCBL as we continue on this night.
As you right now can see, there's a manager's meeting at home plate. To your right, that is Westfield Starfires skipper. That is Bill Sandillo. And on the left, that is Matt Gedman. Behind the plate tonight is Paul McKinney. He's calling balls and strikes and calling outs and save calls. Out on the bases is Derek Kavinsky, 2 veteran umpires here in this matchup between first and last place, Pittsfield Suns against Westfield Starfires. Now I'm going to throw it over to Steve because, Steve, you had an interview today.
Indeed, I did. I got to speak just a few minutes ago with Pittsfield Suns pitcher Michael Portella, who pitched 3 innings last night against the Rocks. Got to talk to him. He's very graciously accepting the interview. Nice to talk to, and we'll have that for you in just a moment.
That's right. We're going to actually come right back and then play that interview for you. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns pregame show on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Give yourself the gift of a comfortable retirement by setting some cash aside for yourself. Saving a little of your monthly income can be as affordable as the average holiday gift. If retirement is near, you'll want to start saving right away. If you're younger, begin saving now, and compound interest will help your retirement funds snowball. A great way to figure out how much you'll need to save for retirement is to learn how much you'll get from Social Security. Do that in minutes at www.socialsecurity.gov/estimator.
They're your friends. They're your neighbors. They're even famous entertainers. They're teachers.
Okay, class, settle down. Open your book.
They're scientists and astronauts. They're hams. They're 650,000 strong, and they're just like you. Earning your amateur radio license is easy. Just contact the American Radio Relay League at 1-800-326-3942.
Welcome back to the Pittsfield Suns pregame show here on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. This is Steve O'Brien standing here with Pittsfield Suns pitcher Michael Portella. Michael, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Not too bad, not too bad. Now, last night, 7-2 loss against the Rocks. You gave up 2 earned runs over 3 innings pitched. What happened last night? Was it a rough outing for you? Did you feel like you could have been better?
Yeah, for sure. I've been throwing the ball decent as of late. Just didn't have it yesterday. There are just gonna be days like that as a pitcher, but the defense was there to back me up. A couple of great plays really saved me. Could have been a lot worse. So I'm happy with it overall.
And you have been pitching pretty well lately in your last 6 appearances, 2 of which were at home. It's your only 2 appearances at home. You've only allowed 2 earned runs, 4 hits in those last 6 appearances. What's been going right for you?
I think it's just a lot more aggressive. My first 2 games I got hit around a little bit, so I really focused on using my lower half and just getting really aggressive on the mound. With the mindset that I'm going to get anybody out who comes up to the plate. So I think that's helped.
What's it been like working with pitching coach Brandon Shalikas?
Sheik's a good dude. He after my first 2 outings, he kind of let me, soak in the outings and think about it, and then he gave me a few pointers that I think really helped out going into those next 6. So,
all right. Lastly, you guys lost to the Rock 7-2 last night. You've been really good at bouncing back in the last couple of weeks. What do the guys need to do to get a win tonight?
They just need to, have a lot of energy today. The energy in the locker room was good before the game. So, we do a great job bouncing back. We don't let any of these losses hang over our heads. So I think it'll be fine. I think we're ready to go.
All righty. Thank you very much, Michael Portella. Appreciate your time.
No problem. Thank you.
This is Steve O'Brien for the Pittsfield Suns pregame show. We'll be right back on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Getting your child home safely.
Tap your views together 3 times.
Is just a click away.
There's no place like home.
But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size. There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat.
How can I ever thank you enough?
Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pittsfield Suns pregame show on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. As the Pittsfield Suns are getting announced onto the field, we're actually going to take a quick step back so that way you can listen into the national anthem. You've been listening to the Pittsfield Suns pregame show on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could all please rise and remove all hats as we honor America with the singing of tonight's national anthem. Performing tonight's anthem, please welcome A. Marie Victor.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Beautiful rendition of the national anthem. And with that sung, ladies and gentlemen, we are all set for Pittsfield Suns baseball. And now we present to you the starting lineups for the visiting Westfield Starfires.
Leading off this afternoon for the Starfires will be their center fielder, number 14, Danny Carusson. Batting second will be the left fielder, number 17, Devin Kellogg. Batting third and rounding out the outfield will be the right fielder, number 36, Thomas Joyce. In the cleanup spot, it'll be the third baseman, number 35, Christian Walsh. Batting fifth will be the shortstop, number 4, Elijah Dale. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 29, Tommy Quinn. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 25, Anthony Clark. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 34, Andrew Salima. And rounding out the order in the ninth spot will be the second baseman, number 19, Dolan O'Castle. They will oppose Pittsfield Suns starting pitcher, Alex Price.
For Alex Price, he's had a great year on the mound there for the Suns. Price has no record with a 2.42 ERA in 5 appearances, 4 starts. He's pitched 26 innings, given up 27 hits, 9 runs, 7 earned, 4 walks to 27 strikeouts. Oh, what a ratio that is. Price on the mound for the Suns.
And behind the plate will be Matt Malcolm. From third to first for the Pittsfield Suns goes Colley, Osmond, Kalumovic, and Valente. From left to right for the Suns is Tranquil, Cooney, and Crunk, your defensive alignment for the Pittsfield Suns.
Outfield dimensions at Paul Dowd Field at Wacona Park come as follows. 310 down the left field line, 377 in left field, 374 in center field, 403 the power alley sits in right center field, and then down the right field line, 305 feet. Now for the Pittsfield Suns, they're coming off a loss against Brockton, and Brockton really has been the kryptonite against these Pittsfield Suns. They've been getting things going. They're still in first place, but again, they're only, Colin, you said 1 in 5 against them, and I think their only win came off a home run derby win.
I believe you are correct about that too, yeah. Brockton has just been the Achilles heel big time for the Pittsfield Suns, but you turn the page, you look at the Westfield Starfires, a team that you've beaten all but one time, and you've beaten every time they've played here at Wacona Park, so a team that is definitely beatable that we've seen in the SCBL.
Here's the center fielder, number 14, Danny Crossen, kick off the contest. 277 batter, a homer, 10 RBI. As the lefty Price with the first pitch of tonight's contest is a check swing. Doesn't matter. It's on the outside corner for a called strike. This ball game starting off at 6:34 p.m.
I think Price is going to be tremendously key for the Suns tonight. As you mentioned earlier, Billy, he's been extremely reliable this year for the Suns.
The pitch misses low. The count here is 1-1. And really for the Suns, what they're going to need, especially because their bullpen right now is depleted with the staff day yesterday, they're going to need Price to go the distance. And by distance, I mean the pitch count distance. Here's the 1-1. Swung on this one. A hot shot going into center. Going back there is Cooney. And on the run, he will make the grab for the first out of the ball game. He's going to need to at least go 6 innings to be very productive for the Suns with relaxing that bullpen that, again, is depleted.
And he has done so in 3 out of his 5 appearances so far this year, going 6 innings pitched against the Bravehearts, Silver Knights, and Navigators, 5 innings pitched against the Blues.
Here's the left fielder, number 17, Devin Kellogg, and the first pitch. That one is foul-tipped, and the count is 0-1 for Kellogg. He is second on the team in average, batting .290 in 27 games. That's pretty easy to calculate. He's batting 29 for 100. He's got a homer, 7 RBI. Price awaiting the sign, has it, and the 0-1 just misses outside. A ball and a strike. Price throws a fastball that is around 87. He's got a curveball, a slider, and a circle changeup. That curveball more of a 12-6 curve. As that one's a fastball. It actually goes off the handle of the bat, and that'll be a foul ball, 1-2.
You could see Kellogg was kind of frustrated with himself there. Like a pitch he wanted to take, but we could hear it from up here. Crunched off the bat. So the count will be 1-2.
1-2 out in front. It's fouled off. Once again, we'll go to 1-2.
Kellogg has been about a 300 hitter for the Starfires all season long. Dropped down yesterday with an 0-for-5 performance against the Bravehearts with a strikeout. Not a guy that strikes out too much. 17 and 100 at-bats.
This one is fouled off. Once again, we'll go to 1-2. Here's the 1-2. That one a changeup just too far low. Good action on it, just not locating and not biting.
Again, despite their struggles, the Starfires are not necessarily a team that is hit too poorly. They have their fair share of hot hitters.
This one up the middle off the glove of the pitcher. A throw over to first is in time there by Osmond. So they'll go down 1-6-3. You saw the change of direction there.
It's just a nice play at shortstop by Bryce Osmond, showing off the range, which we have seen out of him before. And again, it doesn't hurt to have a cannon of an arm.
Right field. No, go ahead.
Quick play. No, go ahead.
Sorry about that. Left-handed hitting right fielder, number 36, Thomas Joyce. And a good hitter here for the Starfires, leading the team, 348 in the average department, 2 homers, 7 RBI. Lefty versus lefty. That one right down the middle for a ball. Not sure where that one missed. Looks really good from here, but that's going to be ruled a ball. Here is the 1-0. That hits in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, the Starfires come in. You were mentioning, Steve, they're second to worst in the FCBL in average. They're 238 average. The team below them is actually the Brockton Rocks, team that didn't show it last night.
Pitch is upstairs.
Not an overly aggressive team. They have the fewest number of stolen bases in the FCBL as well, with 19.
2-1. That's slapped foul just left of the third base bag. If that was an inch more to the right, that would have hit the bag.
Those kinds of plays can always get messy when a ball hits one of the bases along the first or third base line. You have no idea where it's going to go. So nice break for the Suns that it stays to the left.
Saw plenty of those down the line type hits yesterday from Brockton.
Yes, we did.
This one moves too far low on the fastball. Market now full at 3-2.
Westfield Starfires don't really strike out too much. 279 strikeouts. It's about middle of the road in the FCBL.
That one's too high, and that's going to walk Joyce. So bring up the third baseman, number 35, Christian Walsh. And for Walsh, 245 hitter, 3 homers, 14 RBI. Those 14 lead the team.
Alex Price, just 4 walks given up on the season in now 6 appearances. That's 5 walks in 6 appearances, or 6 games played.
Runner goes. There's a step off. They rule a balk.
I think Alex Price forgot to go to the stretch on that play. He was kind of going from the windup, and it's a good heads-up play there by Joyce.
So that's a balk, advancing the runner over to second. Still no pitch, so it's a runner on second. 2 gone. Pitch. This one headed over towards third. Go to short. Osmond to throw over to first in time will end the inning. So balk or not, it's still a good inning there for Price. Only one major instance of issue, which was that balk. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left. We now head through the top of the first. We now head to the home half of the first, and we present to you the starting lineup for your Pittsfield Suns.
Taking a look at the starting lineup for the Suns this afternoon, leading off will be the designated hitter, number 34, Dom Hughes. Batting in the 2 spot will be the shortstop, number 40, Bryce Osmond, who we just saw make that play. Batting in the 3rd spot, the left fielder, number 36, Caden Trenkle. Batting cleanup this afternoon, the catcher, number 27, Matt Malcolm. Batting in the 5 spot will be the first baseman for tonight's contest, number 12, Matt Valenti. Batting 6th tonight, the second baseman, number 1, Jack Kalumovic. Batting 7th, number 21, the third baseman, Jack Colley. Batting 8th, number 2, the right fielder, Kyle Crunk. And rounding out the order for the Suns will be the center fielder, number 7, Jack Cooney. They will oppose Westfield Starfires pitcher Mitch McQuaid.
For Mitch McQuaid, he does not have a record, but he does have a 6.86 ERA and 7 appearances, 2 starts. This will be his 8th and 3rd, respectively. He's pitched 19 2/3 innings, giving up 28 hits, 19 runs, 15 earned, 15 walks, 21 strikeouts. So for the Pittsfield Suns, they need to have McQuaid's line par for the course. They need to have multiple hits in multiple innings against McQuaid here and really take advantage. He will be on the mound for the Starfires.
Take a look now at the defensive alignment for the Westfield Starfires. Mitch McQuaid on the hill. It'll be Quinn behind the plate. From 3rd to 1st for Westfield is Walsh, Dale, O'Castle, and Salima. From left to right is Kellogg, Crossing, and Joyce. So your defensive alignment for the Westfield Starfires.
Pittsfield Suns coming out in their home white unis. Black Suns edged out in yellow on the front. Same with the numbers on the back. Red numbers on the left abdomen up on the front. White pants with a black and yellow trim down the side. They're electing to go with the black cap, black rim with the Suns P logo. Westfield Starfires coming out in their Road Royal Blue uniforms. Westfield logo on the front. White numbers on the left abdomen and on the back. White underarms. White pants with a green trim down the side. Blue cap, blue brim with the Westfield Starfires logo. And this will bring up for the Pittsfield Suns the leadoff hitter, DH number 34, Dom Hughes. And the first pitch is on the outside corner, 0-1 for Hughes on the season. Hughes is batting 198 in 23 games played, a homer, 4 RBI. Pitch that also hits in there, call strike, now 0-2. Tom Hughes, really a great defensive outfielder for the Suns. Tonight, trying out the DH spot. The 0-2 swung on a line drive right to the first baseman there, Salima. That'll be out number 1.
I have to say, Billy, before we get any further into the contest, on the topic of uniforms, I've been very impressed with what we've seen so far this year. All 7 of the teams that we've seen here, Suns included, have some tremendously fresh threads. I'm a fan.
Shortstop number 40, Bryce Osmond for the Suns now. Flashing bunt, pulls back, it's low, 1-0. Osmond, the highly touted prospect, is batting 184 in 14 games. That's 9 for 49. He's got 2 homers, 7 RBI. One of the best defensive shortstops that you'll ever see. Pitch is low. Count is now 2-0 here to Osmond.
We've seen him drop down that bunt before and score a base hit off of it, so I like the mentality there.
2-0 is hit out to center. Crossing, going back, sits underneath it, and will collect the out. 2 gone here in the bottom of the first, and it'll be the left fielder number 36, Caden Trenkle.
36, Caden Trenkle.
For Trenkle, batting 242 in 15 games. 2 homers, 9 RBI. He's going to bat from the left-hand side.
Had a rough go of it yesterday, over for 3 strikeouts in the game for Trenkle.
First pitch swing, and it hits the batter on his back. Here's a slow windup from McQuaid, the 0-1, holding off. It's high over the outside part of the plate. Now 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 gone.
And McQuaid is a guy that these Suns have seen a couple of times, and we as broadcasters have also seen. His 2 appearances this year against the Suns have come here at Wacona Park, a 7-3 win for the Suns and a 4-2 win for the Suns. Those on June 12th and June 2nd, respectively.
Here is a 2-1 as this one's fouled back off the mitt there of Quinn. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Just getting underway in Pittsfield. No score between the Suns and the Starfires. A windup and the pitch. Swung on this one is driven right into center field for a base knock there for Caden Trenkle, recovering from last night. After the night before, he went with 2 triples in his first at-bat. It's not going to see that here, but a solid piece of hitting. Strikes this one into center field.
Yes, sir. That's about as clean and well-placed to hit as you can necessarily have. A nice line drive, just over head height, right up the middle.
The catcher, number 27, Matt Malcolm, is first in the team in hitting. 325 hitter, 3 homers, 11 RBI. Connor Berry still not qualified. Showing a big lead there is Trenkle. He's 4 for 7 in stolen bases. First pitch misses low.
Suns come in with a 249 average. That's just about middle of the road in the FCBL. Worcester, North Shore, and Bristol ahead of them.
Pickoff throw back over to first. Throw nearly got away. Somehow Salima is able to grab that.
The Suns do lead the FCBL in home runs with 24. That's 2 more than Brockton has 22. Westfield has 13 of them.
Another pickoff, again almost thrown away. Still grabbed there by Salima.
Westfield Starfires have the worst fielding percentage in the FCBL.
Pitch misses low and in. The runner goes, the pitch out into center field, and he's going to attempt to go to third and will get there. So that'll be a wild pitch and then an error on the catcher.
Not a good decision there by Tommy Quinn. Caden Trenkle was already halfway to second base when he made that throw. Throw way offline, nowhere close.
Just released it too early. That's why I went to the right side of the second base bag. Matt Malcolm has a 2-0 count and a runner on third. Pitch, a little chin music there for Malcolm, but he likes his beard the way it is, so he's going to brush himself off back, and the count's going to be 3-0. Me, however, I do like a nice shave. I say that because, well, can't grow a beard. This one driven out to left center field. Going back is Kellogg, but this one's going to dunk down for a base hit. Chugging in down to second. The throw, the slide, he is safe. Throws not in time. That's an RBI double by Matt Malcolm. And the Pittsfield Suns take an early 1-0 lead.
Another beautiful hit in this inning out of the Suns. That one perfectly placed in the left center gap. Malcolm has a penchant for those deep in the outfield hits that score runs. He's been a pretty fantastic hitter this year for the Suns. Brings in the run early.
So the run for Trenkle is earned. He easily would have scored from second. Said he was at third. This is the first baseman, number 12, Matt Valenti. Valenti batting .250. No homers, 2 RBI. First pitch in the lower outside corner on a breaking ball. Called strike, 0-1. And, of course, right as I say that, Malcolm got some chin music, and I prefer some actual shaving, he hits a double. So there goes the joke that I said, and he likes to, pretty much throw me under the bus here. The 0-1, it's in the dirt. Catcher Quinn able to grab that this time. Both of you two can grow beards, just not me.
Well, I gotta let it go for a while. When you guys saw me at the beginning of the year with that thick, luxurious beard, that was like 3 months of not shaving.
Pitch low in the dirt as well. Count is 2-1. My beard gets as long as yours, Colin.
Yeah.
And I can go for 3 months, and that's as long as it'll get.
3 months, really? Yeah. I probably go like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, that used to be me, Billy. Don't feel too bad.
I'm 26.
Or do. I mean, do if you want. Don't let me tell you what to do.
Jeez. Here's a 2-1. That one smacked towards second. A high hop. Grabbing that one is O'Castle. Throw over to first is in time. And that will end the inning. So our shave talk will be set for another time. 1 run off 2 hits. No, 1 error and 1 man left. We now head through 1 full inning to the top of the second. The Pittsfield Suns take an early 1-0 lead over the Westfield Starfires. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Getting your child home safely
Tap your views together 3 times.
is just a click away.
There's no place like home.
But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size. There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat.
How can I ever thank you enough?
Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
The following commercial is sponsored by FeedThePig.org, an organization devoted to helping you save money. We will not entice you with messages like
lowest prices in town, dealer approved, certified pre-owned.
Nor will we brag about our
Huge selection, enormous variety.
We will offer no contingencies like
See store for details. Legal exclusions apply.
Because we simply want to help you spend smarter and save better. Log on to FeedThePig.org. Find the benefits of saving for every stage of life. Brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Type 2 diabetes is a serious chronic health threat in America. It affects tens of millions of people. Many people who have the disease don't know it. Diabetes can cause health problems such as heart disease, strokes, amputations, and blindness. Talk to your doctor, get screened if you're at risk, and learn how to avoid becoming one of the millions of new cases of diabetes each year. You can help prevent type 2 diabetes. A message from CDC and HHS.
Getting your child home safely
Tap your views together 3 times.
is just a click away.
There's no place like home.
But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size. There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat.
How can I ever thank you enough?
Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
One inning of play in the books And the books show a 1-0 lead for the Pittsfield Suns over the Westfield Starfires. Now in the top of the second, it is going to be the numbers 5, 6, and 7 batters, starting with the shortstop, number 4, Elijah Dale. For Elijah Dale on the season, he's batting 190, 19 hits and 100 at-bats, a homer, 10 RBI. First pitch, that is swung on and missed for strike one. 0-1 here from Price.
Elijah Dale will be a guy joining Dom Hughes and Jeff Boggins at Kansas State University coming up this year.
This one hit high in the air towards left. Tranquil going to chase and will make the catch in fair territory, just on the line. Great run there from Tranquil.
Yes, sir. Good moves by Caden Tranquil chasing that one down. He had a long way to go, but stays poised as he does, able to keep himself in position to make that catch.
And his hat stayed on this time.
Those luscious locks love to take the hat off. Let the locks flow, man.
He does have it, though.
He does.
Oh, he does. We've seen it a lot this year, especially in that center field area.
The catcher, number 30, Tommy Quinn, will smoke this one out to right, and the right fielder will play it off a hop. Kronk unable to grab that one, and that is going to be a base hit there for Tommy Quinn, who's coming into the game batting .258. No homers, 12 RBI, and now it'll be the DH, number 25, Anthony Clark. And Clark is batting .234 with no homers and 5 RBI.
I thought Kronk may have had a beat on that one. Looked like it stayed up there for a couple extra seconds to make a catch, but he decided to back off and not let it get past him just in case he wasn't able to make the catch.
Smart play. Just because you're able to make the diving stop doesn't mean you should.
Right.
First pitch against the lefties in there on the outside corner, called strike. Good awareness there from Kronk as well, because sure, he can go for it, but what happens if you miss?
Yeah,
you get 2 bases instead of 1. Good job on him to settle.
I agree. I think that's ultimately a heads-up play by Kronk in right field. Cooney was nearby, but not necessarily close enough to keep that a single base hit if he misses.
This one over towards second. A flip over to short for one. Osman to first for a double play. It all works out in the end for the Suns. And that is a very quick 1-3-2 inning instead of a 1-2-3 inning. No runs off, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. We quickly head now through 1.5 to the bottom of the second. The Pittsfield Suns lead the Westfield Starfires 1-0. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Exercise is hard. So is maintaining a healthy diet. Of course, neither is half as hard as dying. Sadly, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke kill nearly 1 million people a year. Even sadder, most of these deaths are preventable with a few lifestyle changes, including regular activity, healthier eating, and not smoking. Talk to your doctor about your risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And if your doctor recommends lifestyle changes or medication, listen. The reason so many die is because not enough are willing to change. You can stop it, starting right now. It's your life. Listen to your doctor. Eat better. Get moving. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Bottom of the second for the Pittsfield Suns, taking a 1-0 lead against the Westfield Starfires. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network at Paul Dowd Field at Wacona Park in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Billy Madewell, Steve O'Brien Jr., Colin Quinn on the call. Here as we now head to the bottom of the second, the Pittsfield Suns, they lead the Westfield Starfires 1-0. And this will bring up the number 6 hitter, second baseman number 1, Jack Kolumovic. Kolumovic now in his second year with the Suns. For Kolumovic, first pitch he sees is in there, a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Kolumovic batting .323, a homer, 6 RBI. Great defensive infielder. He can go anywhere from first all the way to third. This one, a line shot past the shortstop there, Dale. Just lined right past him, and that's going to be a base knock there for Kolumovic.
And I was going to say, although he can strike out a tad, he does that quite a bit too, which is a base hit. It's his 22nd hit on the year in 66 at-bats. That's a nice even 3.33 average.
He's been hitting the ball real well all summer long. A lot of good contact there from the second-year Suns staff member. Here's their baseman number 21, Jack Colley. Fantastic corner infielder, especially defensively. Offensively, he's trying to get it back going. 197 in 19 games. No homers, 4 RBI. This one's a grounder towards short. Throw over to second for one, but it's thrown offline. Goes into right field, and that will advance one runner. So that will be a fielder's choice, and everyone's safe. Advancing over to third will be Jack Colley on the error by the shortstop, rather the second baseman.
Ultimately, I like that play from Colley staying at first base. He realizes he does not have the room to get to second. That's some heads-up base running to keep it in a no-out situation here for the Suns.
Here's the right fielder number 2, Kyle Cronk. So runners on the corners now for the Suns. Cronk batting .231, no homers, 3 RBI. He as well as a great defensive outfielder, mainly the corner outfield. First pitch, he's going to at least see one as the pitch is in there for a called strike.
Wouldn't necessarily be surprised to see Colley go at some point here. He's 3 for 3 on stolen bases this year, and so not a tremendous runner, but with the run at third and a chance to potentially induce another error from the catcher, Tommy Quinn.
Throw over to first, not in time. Again, for the Starfires, it is early. They could trade 2 for 1 here.
Certainly.
Pittsfield Suns with 55 stolen bases in total this season. Second in the league, just beyond Bristol at 67. Pittsfield's been caught 12 times.
Swung on and missed there from Cronk. The count is 0-2, but the Pittsfield Suns do have the best percentage in the league for that many stolen bases because I believe Bristol has been caught over 20 times.
22, yep.
22? All right. I was up by
not
2.
Bad.
No, it's funny. I don't even have a stat sheet to look at, and I knew that. All right. Kudos for me.
Call
High
it
five.
Intuition of the man well seasoned in the field.
Here is the 0-2. This one a very weird check swing, and he does make contact. So as ugly as it looked, it's effective on a defensive swing for a foul ball.
Serves a purpose. He stays up there at bat. See if he can make something of it.
Runners on the corners, nobody gone here in the bottom of the second. 1-0 Suns. Colley, average size lead, and the pitch. Little chin music there for Cronk. He's going to back himself away. As his blood pressure rises, so does the pitch count. Now it's 1-2. From the stretch. McQuaid, the 1-2. Swung on a miss for strike 3. First strikeout of the ball game. And McQuaid will now face the number 9 hitter for the Pittsfield Suns, center fielder number 7, Jack Cooney. And the Pittsfield native, Cooney, is batting .229, no homers, 4 RBI, 14 walks to 12 strikeouts, a great ratio to have more walks than strikeouts. Suns cannot now trade 2 for 1. They need at least a hit or a single out, potentially to push ahead a run. First pitch is taken high. The count is 1-0. Colley was thinking about going there, but decided not to, and a good reason not to. The pitch was high. It was a fastball. Probably would have got gunned down at second.
Yes, sir. That would have been an ideal throwing spot for catcher Tommy Quinn.
Pickoff throw over to first, McQuaid. Great job of reading the potential stolen attempt of a base. Kind of like a chess match out there from the pitcher, a defensive motion. Or in other terms, a poker move as well. Runner does go now, the 1-0. This one's a line shot over the shortstop, head into center field. Rounding second is going to be Colley. He's going to get in there. The throw will come. No, it's not going to come in. Let's see, the throw home is not in time. The center fielder held on to the ball, and that pushes ahead a run. The slide was in safely. The tag was not applied in time. His foot was on the plate before the tag was applied. And the Suns, just like that, take a 3-0 lead.
Man, I love that move by Jack Hawley, and more importantly, by the third base coach, head coach of the Suns, Matt Gedman. He saw that the center fielder crossed and held that ball the entire time. Hawley was mid-stride as he hit third base. Gedman was happy to wave him home, and he gets in before the tag. Not a bad throw from Crossan, but ultimately a mistake play on his part.
Well, huge RBI there for Jack Cooney, and for Cooney, he was 0 for his last 14, a guy that's been struggling mightily as of late. His average was as high as 324 just about a week and a half ago on June 28th when they faced the Brockton Rocks right here, but since then it's been dropping big time, almost 100 points. But a huge hit there, and the Suns now 3-0 lead.
So no error by the center fielder, even though it was a mistake. This will bring up Dom Hughes, the DH, with a runner on second and one gone. Pitch hits the outside corner, 0-1. I have to double check right now to see if that play for Cooney garnished just 2 RBI or 1. I have to see on the hesitation over at third. I did not catch it. Check on second, twice, thrice, and now a step back over towards second.
I know that. But hey, I don't care.
Pitch, that's in there for a called strike. Count is 0-2.
He's a guy that's been struggling as well for the Pittsfield Suns. It'd be good to see him get a nice little RBI here as well.
Pitch misses out of the zone high and away. I don't think I see any hesitation. I think that's going to have to be given 2 RBI there for Jack Cooney.
I agree. Cawley hit that third base in stride from what I remember. Gedman was ready to wave him around.
Just before he hit the third base bag, that's when he waved them down. But 1-2, this one is a grounder over towards short. Throw over to first is in time. The runner advances over to third.
Well, a productive at-bat nonetheless there by Hughes. Moves the runner over to third. Gives the Suns a chance to get on the board again with Bryce Osmond.
Yes, sir. Not necessarily the kind of thing that will show up in a basic stat sheet, but again, like you said, a productive at-bat for Hughes. Moreover, a productive first 2 innings for these Pittsfield Suns. We've seen it happen before, but I'm glad to say it once again. They've really started off strong here against Westfield the night after a tough loss against the Rocks.
Here's exactly Bryce Osmond.
It's exactly what they did when they faced the North Shore Navigators July 4th. They were stunned here 9-0, and they came right back in against the Silver Knights the next day.
Ouch. That's going to hit Osmond.
So that hit him
on the
high
first
up,
pitch.
too. Might have got him on the shoulder, but yikes.
That's going to be hit by pitch. Now runners on the corners. Here is left fielder Caden Trenkle. A single to center's last time up, later scored.
Mitch McQuaid has been a little bit wild with those pitches up and in to batters. That's the first hit by pitch that he's issued. But he's been a couple of close ones, too, out there.
We're going to roll that 2 RBI there for Jack Cooney. Pickoff throw over to first, not in time.
I will note that during that last interval there, that last timeout following the hit by pitch, Matt Malcolm came out and exchanged helmets with the third base runner, Jack Cooney. Not sure what that's about, but it was kind of fun to watch.
You'd rather have the runner over on third getting the better helmet.
Well, fair enough.
And the first pitch misses outside, 1-0. And the reason, again, for me calling a 2 RBI there for Jack Cooney, what happened with Matt Malcolm, he was headed towards third and about 3 steps away. Gedman then sent him. There was no hesitation there. Because of that, that garnishes 2 RBI. So it'll be a single for Cooney. He advances to second on the play. Throw back over to first again.
Rich McQuaid really worried about the runners here, especially over at first base with these first and third situations. Been throwing back, trying to pick off runners at first often.
And another. Is that the third or fourth? I believe it's the third.
Keeps checking on him nonetheless. Taking a decent sized lead. Nothing crazy over there for Osmond.
Here's the 1-0. That hits the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Wait, a guy that's struggled the 6.86 ERA for the Starfires, but he's done a decent job against these Pittsfield Suns that we've seen.
Here's a 1-1. Pitch is high. Expecting more or less a pitch out there. Count is 2-1.
In previous outings, that is, the 1 2/3, his first outing, just giving up 1 hit, struck out 4, only faced 6 batters, and then 1 2/3 again, giving up 3 hits, 2 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts.
Osmond Danson really fooling McQuaid there.
Continues to work on Osmond over there. He is worried about the runner on first base big time. 2 outs in the inning. I'd say just go after the batter.
Here's a 2-1. It's fouled back. Count is now 2-2. It's actually the 5th pickoff throw over to first. It's that bad ones that I've counted. Runner does go. The pitch swung on and missed. Doesn't matter. And that is going to end the inning. 2 runs off 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left. And now we head through 2 full to the top of the 3rd. And the Pittsfield Suns lead it by a score of 3-0. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
His Massachusetts skills with a little tour home.
Hi, this is Paul McCartney on behalf of RAD. If you're drinking, you can't drive my car or any car. Remember, if you're partying this holiday season, don't drink and drive. Got it? It's just not worth it. Doesn't make sense. Thank you.
Yes, I'm gonna be a star.
Public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Did you know the 3rd leading cause of fire deaths for older adults is cooking? Hi, I'm Rob Neal from the United States Fire Administration with important fire safety tips for seniors. Never leave cooking unattended because a serious fire can start in seconds. Don't wear loose clothing while cooking. Keep towels and pot holders away from the range. Double check the kitchen before you go to bed or leave your home. This message is brought to you by the United States Fire Administration, your local fire department, and this radio station.
I have a passion for the environment. That's why I serve in the United States Coast Guard. We monitor commercial vessels, making sure our ports and waterways are safe and clean from oil or other hazardous material. We patrol our fisheries, protect marine wildlife and their habitats. With all we do, it's about protecting America.
Were you born ready to protect America? Learn more at gocoastguard.com.
Sponsored by the United States Coast Guard in cooperation with the Massachusetts Broadcasters Association and this station.
Through 2 innings of play, we now head to the top of the 3rd. It'll be the first baseman, number 34, Andrew Salima, batting in from the left-hand side to start off the inning. First pitch, it's going to miss the outside corner, dropped by the catcher. Count is 1-0. Salima batting .224, no homer, 3 RBI.
The sun starting to hang low in the sky, trying to get in our eyes.
Called strike, 1-1.
More likely than not, we'll see a sun delay soon enough here. There is nary a cloud in the sky, as we've seen the last few times here.
1-1 holding off on a half check swing. Count is 2-1. Really what you are going to see here at the ballpark, not on the broadcast, but during middle to mid-late July, that third and fourth week, really. This one's lined out into left. Tranquil is going to get underneath it, and he'll make the catch. But going back to my point, the sun starts to set in that little gap of trees right there in between the football press box and the power light to the left of it towards left center field. That is where the sun delays are going to get really, really tough. Second baseman number 19, Dolan O'Castle. First pitch, flashing bunt, pulled inside. And the count is 1-0 for O'Castle on the season. Only 7 games played, but he's batting a healthy .333, 5 for 15. No homers, 2 RBI. Even amount of walks and strikeouts at 4 apiece. That pitch misses over the letters. And the count now is 2-0.
Yes, sir. He was actually hitless in his first 7 at-bats, spanning 4 games. He's a late addition to the Starfires roster.
Pitch misses low now, 3-0 here for Price.
His first appearance was on June 20th at Brockton. But since then, since July 2nd, he's put together 5 hits in 8 at-bats.
3-0. Looks like that missed inside. So a 4-pitch walk there to O'Castle. Bring up the leadoff hitter, Danny Crossan.
The center fielder, number 14, Danny Crossan.
Well, a ground ball here would do some good for Alex Price. He's been pretty good so far. 2 and a third, just 1 hit, giving up 2 walks. No strikeouts yet, but his outfielders and infielders have done him the job quite well.
Yes, sir. They've been very strong around Price. He's allowed a base runner now in each of the first 3 innings that he's pitched, but up until this point, it has not become a factor.
First pitch there to Cross is in there, called strike. The count is 0-1. O'Castle on first. He's only attempted a stolen base once unsuccessfully. Taking a good lead over at first. Right foot by the infield lip. A throw over to first there from the lefty. The 0-1, hot shot into left center field. Going back there is Tranquil on the run. He will make the grab. Having to retreat there over towards first will be O'Castle. Great grab there from Tranquil. This will bring up now Devin Kellogg. Grounded out to the shortstop after it nicked the pitcher's glove. A 1-6-3 put out.
Well, as we've seen at least once before here at Wacona this season, Caden Tranquil's been pretty busy in that outfield. We've often seen him play center field, but he's recorded 3 putouts already in left today.
First pitch, it's a slider there from Price. The count is 1-0. Just saw Cooney call over to Kronk and shift to pull. And Price will set from the stretch. The pitch. Swung on, fouled off first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 gone here in the top of the third. Suns over the Starfires currently 3-0. Here's the 1-1. The throw over to second is high. And caught there by Kolumovic, but it was high. He had to save the ball from going out to center field. So the pitch missed out of the zone. It's 2-1. A stolen base for O'Castle, his first of the year. He's now 1 for 2.
And on that play, nicely done by Kolumovic to keep that ball from flying into center field. He just barely got there, but just barely counts as much as he did get there. So
here's a 2-1. Swung on and missed. First strike 2. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Runner on second. And Price, the north paw at Wacona Park, will set up with the deuces wild pitch.
Still looking for his first strikeout in this one is Price. Good opportunity here to get out of the inning with the runner in scoring position.
Well, again, he's got that curveball, slider, and circle change. The runner goes, but the pitch is made. Pitch is low, and let's see the throw over towards home. No, Retreating back there was O'Castle. He was off with the pitch, so that will be a stolen base there for O'Castle. Very risky with 2 outs, but it pays off.
Castle had it stolen all the way. Alex Price didn't even deliver the ball, and he was halfway down to third base. And I think the infielders calling out that the runner was going before Price even threw the ball, had him thrown off a little bit, so that one got in the dirt, mixed up a little bit.
There'll be a payoff pitch here to Kellogg. And the pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 3. So O'Castle pads his stats with a couple stolen bases off of walk, but the Starfires do nothing with it. No runs, no hits, no errors. A runner left over 90 feet away on third base. We now head through 2.5 innings of play to the bottom of the third, and a 3-0 lead for the Pittsfield Suns over the Westfield Starfires currently. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Exercise is hard. So is maintaining a healthy diet. Of course, neither is half as hard as dying. Sadly, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke kill nearly 1 million people a year. Even sadder, most of these deaths are preventable with a few lifestyle changes, including regular activity, healthier eating, and not smoking. Talk to your doctor about your risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And if your doctor recommends lifestyle changes or medication, listen. The reason so many die is because not enough are willing to change. You can stop it, starting right now. It's your life. Listen to your doctor. Eat better. Get moving. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Bottom of the third, the middle of the order, starting with the catcher, number 27, Matt Malcolm, the man who got an RBI double back in the first and played to the first run of the ball game. Malcolm will dig in.
This guy that loves to rub that white chalk on his hands before he gets going.
The old school look, yeah.
It's been working, so might as well keep it going.
First pitch, a check swing. Oh, and the catcher lost it. Not sure if due to the sun. The sun is high up. It's not necessarily in there. Or in the view of proximity for the catcher. And the next pitch from Equate is low. Now 2-0. The windup and 2-0. That's swung on foul back. That's going to scare a couple people, but the count is now 2-1.
Coming into this game, Malcolm had the fewest appearances out of the 3 catchers here for the Pittsfield Suns, being Jackson Peterson, Andrew Fernandez, and himself. But he's got a 5-game hitting streak now. He's collected
2-1 is notched over towards third, takes a weird hop, but Walsh has it, throw over to first, is collected by Salima. Great grab there over at first, and that'll bring the first up. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. He has 7 hits in his previous 4 games and 1 tonight. He's been swinging the bat pretty well. He really has all year.
That white chalk, I'm telling you.
It is. Who knows? That could be it.
First baseman number 12, Matt Valente, will step up to the dish. Grounded out to second his last time up to end the first. Here's the windup from McQuaid and the pitch. That one is a breaking ball of sorts, looking like a changeup, but it missed high. Now 1-0.
Well, going back to Malcolm really quick, he has now 4 doubles in his last 5 games.
Fastball that misses high, 2-0.
So now he has 9 extra base hits in total, 20 games played.
2-0. High fly ball, but foul first base line. 2-1 the count. Now the 2-1. little high and tight there to Valente. The count now 3-1.
A couple of those pitches already in this game. Mitch McQuaid kind of losing control a little bit of that ball.
Now the 3-1 misses in. That's going to be a walk there to Valente. That is the first walk given up by McQuaid, excluding the hit by pitch to Bryce Osmond last inning. Jack Kalumovic with a single to left his last time up, a liner just past the shortstop. He later scored.
Well, I'm sure the Westfield Starfires were hoping Mitch McQuaid could give them some innings, as they used 8 pitchers yesterday in total against the Worcester Bravehearts in the 9-6 loss in Westfield.
That one is fouled off, third base side out of play.
Definitely looking for some distance from McQuaid, but so far he hasn't been too good in 50 pitches. 22 of them balls, 28 of them strikes.
And for that, yeah, that's got to be tough because both the Suns and the Starfires are in the same boat. Right now, your bullpen is depleted, and you really need the most out of your starter for the most innings. So you need to go at least 5, maybe even 6 if you're lucky. But right now with 50 pitches, it's going to be quite hard there for McQuaid to equal out maybe to getting maybe to the 5th and through it. Here is the 0-1, misses way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Kalumovic. Kalumovic, a veteran presence in the Suns clubhouse. Second year with the Suns. Mitch McQuaid with the pitch, misses outside. Now the count is 2-1, and McQuaid continues to struggle locating. No official amount of work over in the bullpen in left field, more just chatting and throwing around a football, but that's it for the Suns, nothing for the Westfield Starfires. That one is fouled back as well behind third base line, and that's out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 gone, and a runner on first.
The sun might be getting a little bit too low to start playing this, or continue to play this game.
Yeah, it's getting tough.
Certainly getting tough for us up here in the booth, or for me at least.
That's why I'm standing.
Fair enough.
Another pickoff throw over to first. Really, McQuaid has really been having a lot to look at over at first base with these pickoff throws.
He has done a lot of throws here.
Let me try this whole standing thing.
It works.
Oh, that's a game changer.
2-2 is fouled back.
Probably swung at ball 3 there to Kalumovic, but able to get a piece of it, fight it off, stay alive in the count.
He's thrown over to first on pickoff moves, that being McQuaid 11 times today. 2-2. In the dirt, the runner thinks about going, but retreats back, and a good option there by Valente. And it'll be a full count. He might be up with a pitch with 1 gone. Wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility here.
Valente, not a guy that steals, no steals this season, hasn't been caught, no attempts. But a good option to go in this pitch.
He will not. That is a 12th pickoff throw there by McQuaid. Runner does not go. It's lifted out into center field. Going back there is Crossan. He will jump and make the catch. The throw will come into first, not nearly in time, but what an athletic play there from Crossan, jumping up, going across his body. That just hurts my rotator cuff just looking at that.
Yeah, and he set up the need to make such an athletic catch. He broke in off the crack of the bat there and then quickly realized it was going to go over his head, had to backpedal a few steps and leap to make that catch. Still, very nice play in center by Crossan.
Stands at 6 feet tall, and he had to use all of those 6 feet to get up there and able to make that catch. Good catch out there.
Pitch. missed the outside corner. Count is 1-0. A lob over to first. I think that's 13 now.
Sure is.
It's really been showing because there's a lot of looks over at first, but not the batter. That's why the Suns have 3 runs off 4 hits. Pitch misses low. And another reason as well why he's missing the strike zone, he's focused on the runners rather than the batters. At some point, you have to put some trust into your catcher.
We've seen it out of the catcher, Tommy Quinn. He's got a decent arm. He was able to get a couple balls down to second base, one of them wild.
Pitch misses high. Now 3-0 here to Colley.
But it's not like he's missing stolen base attempts because he doesn't have the juice to get it over there.
Kuwait will set from the stretch. 3-0. Swung on a 3-0. This one goes behind home plate. And he swung up all 4.
Well, the Pittsfield Suns have been so aggressive on 3-0 counts, usually swinging on that 4th pitch. That's exactly what Colley does.
McQuaid with the 3-1, misses well in. That's going to walk the batter. Bringing up the right fielder, number 2, Kyle Cronk. He struck out swinging. His first time up, unless they're going to call a delay here, because that sun is really starting to dip low.
Very bright. And it's got to be close to the eyes of the catcher and home plate umpire, as well as any batter who happens to be looking that direction. It should be all of them.
Going to go with a quick trip around the FCBL while they have a meeting at the mound, that being the catcher and the pitcher.
Well, we'll take a look quickly at the FCBL here. In the top of the second, the Bristol Blues and the Nashua Silver Knights are tied at 0, 1 hit apiece for both squads. That's in the top of the second in Nashua. And the Brockton Rocks and North Shore Navigators also no score in that one. Bottom of the second, North Shore the only 2 hits in the game. They also have 1 error. Brockton hitless, no errors on the board. Bottom of the second, Pittsfield Suns lead the Westfield Starfires by a score of 3-0 here in the bottom of the third with 2 outs on the board and Kyle Crunk at the plate.
Here is the pitch. Misses outside to Cronk. The count is 1-0. We got to take a look at the balls and strikes here thrown.
Yes, sir.
32 strikes, 30 balls out of 62 pitches.
Yikes.
He's almost at 50-50. 1-0. 32 and 31 now. Ball 2.
Well, he's definitely had trouble locating this inning. He issued 3 consecutive 3-ball counts to Valenti, Kalumovic, and Colley. 2 to Matt Malcolm as well before he was retired on a 5-3 putout. Now 2 here to Cronk.
A late swing, and it's missed there by Cronk. The count is 2-1.
Surprised the Suns aren't being more patient here with McQuaid throwing so many balls in the counts. Cronk on a 2-0 decides to swing at one rather than leave it. See if he gets another ball.
2-1, swung on and missed for strike 2. Cronk as well as Trenkel, the only 2 men to strike out here today. So McQuaid, oh boy, that sun's really getting low.
Yes, it is.
They have to think about this for maybe the middle inning here. 2-2. Oh boy, that gets high and tight. Cronk backing way off. And now it's going to be 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. And Valente on second and Colley on first will be off with a pitch on the force. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. In the bottom of the third, 3-0 Suns over the Starfires. McQuaid sets from the stretch. The pitch, low, ball 4, loads the bases.
Now the guy with 2 RBIs is going to come up, Jack Cooney. Already a 2 RBI single, advanced on the throw in the second inning.
Well, during his last at-bat, I was prepared to talk about how he's been struggling lately with He was 0 for his last 14, as Colin mentioned. I was very glad you brought that up. That's exactly what I was thinking. But right before he hit that 2 RBI base knock, he's got a chance to tack on a lot more right here.
First pitch, swung on a miss. He tried to collect a couple more with that swing. Not able to make some contact, 0-1.
I tell you, sunglasses don't work up here.
What happens if you put 2 sunglasses on? I don't know. 2 separate pairs. I only have transitionals. The 0-1. A lazy swing and miss there. It looks like he lost it. Maybe because of the sun. He took a swing and then pulled his head around down, which is something you don't see.
Either that or realized that it was a bad pitch he shouldn't have swung out midway through. Either way, it's an 0-2 count.
Time is called by the batter. Again, this is Jack Cooney, a 2 RBI single to center last time up. And the 0-2 is high for a ball, now 1-2.
Should be a big out for Mitch McQuaid and Westfield if they're able to get out of this one with a 0 on the board for the Suns.
Here's the windup from McQuaid, the 1-2. A check swing, it's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone, bases loaded. And I think the sun delay is going to start in the middle innings. This is getting dangerous.
I'd have to expect so.
McQuaid, wind up the 2-2. Way outside, somehow nared there by Quinn. And the count is full at 3-2. Runners will be off. On third is Valenti. On second is Cauley. On first, Kronk. Jack Cooney with 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 gone. All runners will be off with a pitch. And here is the windup. Payoff. Swung on, fouled off the end of the bat. We'll go again to 3-2.
This is the 5th consecutive 3-ball count issued by McQuaid. 3 of those 4 have resulted in a 4th ball. The other resulting in a flyout. We saw the to crossing on the athletic catch out there.
Again, the windup and the payoff. Misses, and let's see. Will another runner come? Yes, he will. The throw home is way in time, and he's out. So that is ball 4. And Cauley will be out at the plate, 2-1. That'll end the inning, but the Suns still played a runner off of no hits, no errors, and 2 men left. We now head to 3 full to the top of the 4th. It is 4-0 Suns. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
First base side, I have my friends Dominic and Max. They'll be racing those tires you see all the way from the
Salagadoola, Metchigapoola, Bibbidi Bobbidi.
You must be your fairy godmother. Yes.
It doesn't take a fairy godmother to tell you that the right fit means everything.
Good heavens, child. You can't go in that.
Children under 4'9" need to be in a booster seat because they aren't ready for adult safety belts alone. Many parents miss the important step of booster seats.
Maybe you better explain things to him.
Booster seats raise your child up so that a safety belt designed for adults will fit and protect them properly.
Oh, that does make a difference.
Remember that 4'9" is the magic number, and get your little pumpkin there safely in a booster seat.
Hop in, my dear. Oh, thank you.
And like Cinderella, you can live happily ever after.
It's like a dream. A wonderful dream come true.
For more information, visit boosterseat.gov. This has been a message from the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
You suffer from the heartbreak of brain rot, feeling bored, sluggish, listless, not had a new idea in days, using electronic gizmos without a clue why they work. Now there's help. Ham radio, guaranteed to stimulate your corroding neurons and open a whole new world of excitement. To learn more about ham radio, go to helloradio.org.
Side effects of ham radio usage include mental stimulation, desire for education, new career paths, understanding of technology, and cases of addiction have been reported. If you experience any of these symptoms, you're welcome.
Ham radio. It's not your granddaddy's radio anymore.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Paul Dowd Field at Wacona Park in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. As you currently see on your screen, the field has been vacated. That is because, well, that glare that you see in the camera, yeah, that also happens for the catcher, home plate umpire, and the batter. So for that, We now have a sun delay. The only active ballpark in America and actually the world that has this issue, where the sun sets to the west and the field faces west.
That's to the charm.
Samlin Ballpark is the only other, former home of the Bakersfield Blaze, but there's no active ball team there. But this is the Centennial for Wacona Park, and well, with it facing west, really brings in the true vintage style of old school baseball.
Yes, sir. That adds to the charm here at Paul Dowd Field at Wacona Park.
So now for the Pittsfield Suns, again, they're in the midst of a sun delay. They head to the top of the fourth with a 4-0 lead. Jack Hawley tried running from second to home off a walk, was easily put out at home on a 2-1 putout. The catcher threw it to the pitcher, saving a wild pitch. But now a trip around the FCBL. Why don't we also go with some MLB scores and some news around the world of sports?
Well, let's check around the FCBL really quick one more time. In the bottom of the third, it is still scoreless between the Brockton Rocks and the North Shore Navigators. The Navigators, 2 hits, now 2 errors. Brockton still nothing on the board, no runs, no hits, and no errors. Checking in on the Bristol Blues and Nashua Silver Knights. That game has just put up a score. It is 2-0 in favor of the Silver Knights. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. Bristol with just 1 hit on the board. Looks like it's Louisa Tilley's with an RBI single, as well as the Silver Knights get a RBI single from Connor Blandini. So 2-0 in favor of the Nashua Silver Knights. Pittsfield Suns lead the Westfield Starfires by a score of now 4-0 as we are in sun delay. We'll head to the top of the fourth once we resume. We'll check in on some MLB scores. Oh, wait, there are no MLB scores for today.
Tonight's the Derby.
We are in an all-star break, and we will have the Home Run Derby coming out at about 8 o'clock, so nothing to report there. Some Wimbledon tennis. Ash Barty was defeated earlier today. That's the number 1 women's seed. Serena Williams moves on. The 15-year-old Coco Gauff was defeated today by Simona Halep, so her run at the Wimbledon is over. That is just unfortunate. Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic, Roger Federer all win in straight sets. They're moving on as well. So that's about it. NBA scores. There are a couple of NBA summer leagues going on. The Brooklyn Nets lead the Washington Wizards 78-72. San Antonio Spurs lead Toronto Raptors 22-11. Already final, the Oklahoma City Thunder defeating the Philadelphia 76ers in overtime 84-81. Still later to come today, the Cleveland Cavaliers 1-1 Summer League take on the Boston Celtics 1-0 in Summer League. The New Orleans Pelicans 1-1 in Summer League take on the Chicago Bulls 1-1 in Summer League. Big news out of New Orleans as their number 1 draft pick Zion Williamson will be done for the summer as he bruised his right knee, I think.
A knee-to-knee collision.
Right. So unfortunately for the Pelicans, it looks like the number 1 draft pick reign of injuries continues for right now. And also later on to come today, 11:30 p.m. tip-off between the Golden State Warriors and Los Angeles Lakers. 1-1 Warriors, 0-2 Lakers.
Bit of a late start, don't you think?
I would think so.
Even with it being the West Coast, they're starting out local time 8:30.
Yes, sir.
11:30.
That's like
well, no TV timeouts. That makes sense.
I guess.
all right, fair enough. You got me there.
Yesterday, it was Mexico defeating the United States 1-0 in the championship game. So unfortunately, only one USA team could take home the gold, which was the women's U.S. team defeating the Netherlands by a final score of 2-0.
Yeah, no biggie.
No biggie.
Just back-to-back women's World Cup titles. That's all it is.
No big deal.
That's all it is. I've got something fun for you boys.
Absolutely.
Here we go. This appeared on. I don't know if either of you follow NFL memes on Facebook. It's not necessarily a meme, but they do produce interesting, fun bits of not necessarily front page NFL content. But here's one for you. Tom Brady today posted a video, a side-by-side of him running his infamously slow 40-yard dash at age 23 when he participated in the combine, and his 40 time Now at 41 years old, and I'll give you one guess as to which one is faster.
It's got to be a 40-year-old.
He is faster at 41 than he was at 23.
Crazy. That's nuts.
Now,
That's
not
what you call a refined body, right there.
not tremendously. He's not, blazing down the field.
Not expecting a 4.5 here.
Especially from a quarterback and a quarterback of his type, more of a pocket passer kind of guy. Although I will admit his pocket mobility has improved tremendously over the course of his career. Nonetheless, he now runs a 5.17 40, whereas his 40 time at the combine in the year 2000 was 5.28. He can also apparently, according to an Instagram post he made a couple of weeks ago, he can hit 61 miles an hour with a throw.
I believe that.
Took a picture of a radar gun at his own little home practice thing.
Oh, I know where this is going.
He only just said, he posts the quote, "He's gonna fall off a cliff" on the
a la Max Kellerman.
The post.
Beautiful.
The guy really is unbelievable. I mean, you can say it a million different ways, and everybody has. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people have. A lot of people in my circle have. But it's just tremendous to see an athlete of that caliber in your own lifetime. He's shaping the course of NFL history in a significant way, and we get to sit here and watch it happen dude, absolutely.
For all of you,
100%.
For all of the Patriots doubters out there, for people that don't like Tom Brady, take away the Tuck rule. Take away the botch of Deflategate, as terrible as that was, and the smear campaign that was ultimately won, but the smear actually goes against Roger Goodell more than anything. You take away all of those, you still have the best quarterback ever in the sport.
It's not okay. Here's what I have to say about that. Everybody likes to tell all my friends that hate the Patriots like to tell me, if they didn't have the Tuck rule, they wouldn't have started the dynasty. If the Seahawks had run the ball, they wouldn't have won that one. If it's
sports. Look at Indiana Pacers back in the early 2000s.
There was an offsides on D Ford that should have been a game-ending interception. Chiefs Patriots AFC Championship game that just happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we're gonna play that game and assume that we know the outcome of the game based on one play that didn't happen. If Manningham doesn't make the Manningham catch, they win the 2011 Super Bowl against the Giants. If Tyree doesn't make the Tyree catch, they win the 2007 Super Bowl against the Giants and go 19-0. So what's your point? There's no
bias.
We're not
here.
speculating. We're not speculating on, here's what would have happened. If Phillip Rivers had 400 more yards passing and 6 more touchdowns in the divisional game this year, the Chargers probably would have won instead of getting blown out. All right.
If Durant didn't blow his Achilles, if Klay Thompson didn't blow his ACL,
you could say
it's sports.
You could say that about
it's the human element
a
of
million
sports.
plays in any facet of any game. So that's what I have to say on that. Glad you guys tuned in.
You are totally correct on that.
Thank you. I've thought long and hard about this. I'd like to think that I don't get too embroiled in trash talk about games because I certainly do get very invested in games themselves. I was the most rabid Red Sox fan you could ever have seen for a long time. I am the most rabid Patriots fan I've ever seen and have been pretty much since that 2007 Super Bowl. So I very much get invested in the games themselves and the outcomes of those games. I don't often find myself arguing with folks over things. The one I will own up to. I had a conversation with somebody I barely knew at college one year. Wasn't a particularly nice fellow, but tried to convince me that the Carolina Panthers, have the best front office in the NFL, and that the 15-1, I don't know, what was it, 2015 Panthers,
Sorry, when they went to the Super Bowl.
When they went to the Super Bowl,
Yeah,
I personally am of the opinion. Now I know you can't decide who you play, but I also don't think that you should be compared to other spectacular teams for winning when you didn't have a tough schedule. You play who you play,
right?
And if you don't have a tough schedule, you don't get the opportunity to be called great. That's just how it goes.
I mean, if you want to look at that, look at
15-1. They played about 3 good teams that whole year.
Look at the Philadelphia
and everybody
Eagles.
was calling them an all-time good team. All right.
If you look at the Eagles,
Go ahead, Colin.
if you look at the Eagles, they had the exact same way when they beat the Patriots just a couple of years ago in the Super Bowl. Their schedule was so weak. It was so easy. They just pretty much breezed by everybody. And then they got to the playoffs, and they had some struggles, but they just got it done. And in the end, the Patriots, I don't know, they just lost it. They just lost the game.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't a scratch of defense played that entire game. It kind of almost ultimately came down to who had the ball last.
Yep.
And the Eagles defense made their one good play of the day when it mattered, strip sacking Tom Brady. Yep. Hey, that's a tough one to swallow, but not as bad as I've seen. I've had worse.
Yeah,
personally. But yeah, I'm excited to see, and I can't decide whether or not I am totally on the bandwagon or kind of not. I'm excited to see what Carson Wentz can do as a quarterback in his own
without Nick Foles behind him now,
or without getting injured. That's unfortunate for him that happens. Like, that's just a part of sports. You can't necessarily help it, but
absolutely.
I'm really interested to see whether he can carry a team deep into the playoffs, because especially during that 2017 year, he was really good.
He was good
in the regular season. It was until what was it, week 12, week 13 that he tore his ACL?
Something like that. Yeah.
He was neck and neck with Tom Brady for the MVP race. Easily. It was those two, and that's it.
Yep.
And so I'm very interested to see whether or not he can carry a team deep into the play. Can you tell I'm excited for football season?
I can only compare Carson Wentz to one player, and one player comes to mind when it comes to the trajectory of ability mixed in with injury history. I have to call it as it is. I see him, Sam Bradford. It's as tough as that is. Sam Bradford had a high trajectory when he started off.
Oh yeah, he was very highly touted when he got drafted.
And then the injuries. And then the injuries.
Yeah, I think it was.
Now, Carson Wentz has the exact same thing, but bouncing from those injuries, that's where that's going to have to come from. But the injury history and the proneness to those injuries, that I think is going to be the big detriment for his career. But again, we're only 2-3 years in.
Yeah, he's not quite at the point of Sam Bradford yet. I wouldn't. Well, Bradford. I'm gonna look up a stat here real quick about Bradford.
While you do that, looks like we got some news earlier from today. Minor league home run king for the AAA Reno Aces, Cody Decker, hit his 204th home run. It was a walk-off blast in every sense of the word, and after that, he went out on his own terms, a walk-off homer, and retired.
What?
Oh, no kidding.
Wow.
That is a way to retire.
That's pretty
good. That's fantastic.
That's a fantastic
That's
story.
great, man. I love that.
I do like that.
So here's a fun number for you. Sam Bradford, this was at the start of last season when he was set to be the starting quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals, and that panned out about exactly how you'd expect. He had at that point earned $134 million in his NFL career for doing really nothing.
Yeah.
Like starting maybe 8 games a year and then getting hurt. I mean, you can't help that kind of thing, but I don't know that I've ever seen someone get paid so much for not producing. Not in that sport anyway.
It is tough in the world of football.
Oh, it's a
like,
brutal game.
And it's the most lucrative game right now as well, especially for starting quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it's the mix between it is one of the toughest sports to play because it is a collision sport, not a contact sport.
Oh, yeah.
Same with hockey, but just the value of stock and threshold of money there. That is why the NFL is so tough, because you have high contracts, but the sheer real how do I put this, wear and tear on the body. It's very tough to get all of that money and for him not to play. I'm not necessarily mad at it.
Oh no, not at all. He certainly made that well for himself. Like that, it's really tough when you see a guy that was that talented, and had that much raw potential, and he never really got to realize it. Nonetheless, though, I definitely agree with you there, Billy. It's a really tough sport to play, and I can't really attest to that. I went to all of 2 football practices in my life, but it's the kind of thing, and we've only begun to investigate the effects of playing football later in life, right? In terms of CTEs and
all those head injuries, concussions,
it's
everything.
Speaking of, we just talked about yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that headline. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I did see that too. Yeah, that was nasty.
No.
Yeah.
Jonathan
Oh
Lucroy.
God.
Did you? Yeah. Is that the first time you're seeing that?
Yeah.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. That's
Yikes.
the first time I've seen that.
Yeah, I
That's
saw it
bad.
on Twitter last night.
We just talked about Francisco Cervelli retiring from catching. He still can play. He could probably more than likely play first base or even right field.
Mm-hmm.
Speed in right field will be the only thing of suspect. But oh boy, Jonathan Lucroy, collision at home plate. I believe this was last night.
Yeah.
Oh God, the slow-mo does not do it justice.
No.
Houston Astros, Jake Marisnik. Oh my God, that's a brutal collision. I haven't seen something that bad since Buster Posey, really.
Yeah, no, it's
been
been a while. It's been a
bad.
while. It's been a while.
They usually prevent those from happening. They don't usually allow that to happen. But
Well, the call was overturned and the runner was out, it looks like.
Yeah.
But just a nasty collision, shoulder to nose, broken nose, concussed.
really bad.
Yeah, I would
Nice.
expect Lucroy to be done for maybe at least. I mean, hopefully he gets better, but I'm expecting with a broken nose and the concussion, maybe about 3 weeks, maybe even a month.
Probably.
That's tough. That's real tough.
That Angels organization having a tough time right now. Just got a feel for them after the death of one of their pitchers.
Yeah.
And now they
That
got
was-
this injury
Did
here
you see
too.
Did you see the tribute?
The curve,
tribute
yes.
pitch?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Andrew
so-
Henney or something.
so
like that, I think his
sweet.
name was.
so sweet.
Yeah.
Horrific thing to see happen, but a very, very nice tribute from
Yep.
the Angels pitching staff.
Yep.
And I mean, I guess the Angels staff in general and roster.
Right. You got it.
Any other news of contention that you two want to talk
Let's,
about?
see what we got here.
Let's see.
Well-
Pull up my phone. Any breaking news?
Nothing. I was
Well,
going to say
no.
nothing.
I'm looking at
Yeah, what do you got?
Westbrook and OKC. As
What do
you
you
said, they are working on a trade, trying to go to Miami
Yeah.
with
All
a team
right.
up with Jimmy Butler. Which, again, this is what I'm going to love about this upcoming season. It's not super teams; it is dynamic duos
Yeah.
around the league.
Yep.
The Thunder are just trying to tank the team at this point. They lost Paul George, about to lose Russell Westbrook, possibly.
Yep.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure a good fit Miami is for Russell Westbrook, because they already have Goran Dragic, I think his name is. I think Russell Westbrook could go somewhere else in order to better his career. I mean, he's had a great career in OKC. Maybe he wants to stay there. He hasn't really said anything, but I don't know. We'll see what he wants to do. We'll see where he goes. I don't really know if it's his decision, if it's going to be the upper management position or their choice, or it's going to be his choice to want to leave. It just, you never know in the NBA. Anything can happen at any
sir.
time,
Especially this year.
Yeah, I mean, literally any time you go to bed at whatever 12 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, and you wake up the next morning and you see that Kawhi Leonard signed at 2:30 in the
I was
morning
gonna
to
say,
the Los Angeles Clippers. Like, are you kidding me? Like,
I can't tell you how many tweets I saw
Right.
over the last, those first few days before he signed, going to bed, waiting for Kawhi news.
yes,
Like,
exactly.
yep.
And then you wake up and
You
there
and I
it is,
both.
like 2:30 in the morning, the Clippers, and then all of a sudden, like 2:45 in the morning, Paul George. Wow, that happened really, really fast. Like, how did that happen? I just don't know.
Well, it looks like we're having some technical difficulties and we're about to start again. So we're actually going to take a quick break and we are going to be on dead air. Hopefully you stay with us about it. But right now we're having a little bit of technical issues with our audio. So please stay tuned for more Pittsfield Suns baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Your attention, please. A cell phone was found in the ladies' room. So if you're missing a cell phone, drop it in the ladies' room. It is at the merchandise stand right now for you to pick up. Thank you. Leading off for Westfield, the right fielder, number 36, Thomas Joyce.
All right, let's see if this works. It looks like it is working for right now, as minor as that is. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back after the sun delay. It has since gone.
Hello, hello. Welcome back to Pittsfield Suns baseball.
This is Thomas Joyce, and the first pitch is fouled off of the batter. This ball game resuming at 8:01. Looks like a 25-minute sun delay.
Joyce a little shaken up after that pitch. It's going to take some time to walk off to the right of the batter's box.
Hello.
So Joyce will sit with an 0-1 count. And here's a pitch to Thomas Joyce. A check swing. He did go for a swing and miss.
So once again, we are going to see whether or not this sun delay affects either of these pitching staffs. Wasn't too bad of a delay, not too terribly long, but we're going to see if Price and or Mitch McQuate, if he remains in the ball game, which isn't necessarily a given either, see if either of them have trouble getting going again here in the following. Price has only allowed 1 hit so far through 3 innings pitched. Not a bad mark by any means.
Pitch just misses the outside corner. There to Thomas Joyce. So the count now 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, if my memory does serve correctly, I do believe that these sun delays have benefited the Suns mostly in every game that we've had one so far.
2-2 swung on a miss there for strike 3. So a good job of recovering there from Alex Price.
I do believe you are right, Colin. I can think of, couldn't necessarily name which game it was, either of them, but I can think of at least 2 instances in which the Sun either bounced back or continued to excel following the sun delay.
There's only one bad game that they had, and I think that was back maybe on the 28th, if my memory serves me correct. Yes, against Brockton.
Oh, yeah. Well, that'll do it.
Well, that would do it. Brockton, that'll do exactly.
Pitches in there on a curveball to Christian Walsh. Count is 0-1. Walsh rounded out to short his last time up, back in the first to end the inning. The 0-1 way out in front of that one. Swing and miss on the circle change from Price. Now the count is 0-2.
If you think about it, in terms of a long game perspective, the Suns' struggles against Brockton have really been kind of their only major deficiency this year. You know, the streakiness of early has kind of gone away. The middle reliever trouble of, late June, not so much of a problem anymore.
Swung on a miss now for strike 3 for the second time. Price is showing that he's relaxed after the sun delay. Now this will bring up the shortstop, Elijah Dale.
That's 3 consecutive batters that he's punched out. Price is feeling it right now.
Showing no effects of the sun delay whatsoever. 3 straight strikeouts in a row for Mr. Price. Really got it going on now.
Out in front of this, it's swung on and missed. The count is 0-1. And the 0-1 misses high and away. Now the count is 1-1. That one, a hot shot towards the third baseman. The throw over to first is still in time. What a recovery there from Jack Colley. Over at third, bounces off his chest. Able to recover, spins, throws, and gets the out. That'll end the inning. We head now for 3.5 to the bottom of the 4th. Suns lead the Westfield Starfires by a score of 4-0. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Check it out, it's the Terminator. Hey, when'd you get back, huh?
Did you have to shoot anyone? Why are you so distant? Are you not happy to see me?
So what's the deal? You gonna get a job now or what?
Why are you being so jumpy? Put all that stuff behind you, okay?
No one knows what it's like to come back from Iraq or Afghanistan unless they were there. Join other veterans at communityofveterans.org because we know where you're coming from. Brought to you by Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America and the Ad Council.
Type 2 diabetes is a serious chronic health threat in America. It affects tens of millions of people. Many people who have the disease don't know it. Diabetes can cause health problems such as heart disease, strokes, amputations, and blindness. Talk to your doctor, get screened if you're at risk, and learn how to avoid becoming one of the millions of new cases of diabetes each year. You can help prevent type 2 diabetes. A message from CDC and HHS.
They're your friends. They're your neighbors.
They're even famous entertainers. They're teachers.
Okay, class, settle down. Open your books.
They're scientists and astronauts. They're hams. They're 650,000 strong, and they're just like you. Earning your amateur radio license is easy. Just contact the American Radio Relay League at 1-800-326-3942.
We now head to the bottom of the fourth. And the Pittsfield Suns will have the top of the lineup. Staying in the game will be Mitch McQuaid following a 25-minute Sun delay.
Well, it's got to be because that bullpen for the Starfires is pretty gassed after using 8 of their pitchers last night against the Worcester Bravehearts. McQuaid has been pretty wild in this game. See if he can calm it down after the Sun delay.
First pitch, that is low and in against the lefty. The count is 1-0. Still having a bit of technical difficulties here with the audio, so our apologies. As the 1-0 does hit the lower inside corner, called strike, and the count is 2-0.
Suns have grabbed a run in every one of their innings, 2 in the second, 1 in the first, 1 in the third. See if they can continue that trend here in the fourth.
Especially following a Sun delay, we'll see. With pitches like that, that'll help. The count is now 3-0. Pitch misses inside, excuse me. Now it's 3-1. McQuaid with a windup, the 3-1. Misses low and in, that's going to walk him. Not a great way to recover there.
Still got those control issues, does Mr. McQuaid out there.
Number 40, Bryce.
I wonder how long the Starfires are going to go with him. They do have action now going on in their bullpen, but looks like they're just going to use him to the max no matter what.
McQuaid has walked 5 of the last 6 batters he's faced. The exception being Kalumovic's fly out to center. He's really having trouble locating right now. Starfire sticking with him.
Continuing what he was doing previously before the Sun delay. Another pickoff throw over to first. Looks like over in the bullpen, I believe that's Vincenzo Camara warming up in the bullpen, number 15. A check swing and a bluff hit and run bunt. Pulled back and then pulled back on the run as well. That'll be a called strike there against Bryce Osmond. Does have a good ability to bunt. McQuaid awaiting. Another pickoff throw back over to first, back in safely.
That's one thing that hasn't changed about Mitch McQuaid is the amount of pickoff throws that he threw. Back in the first 3 innings, he had, I think, upwards of almost 15 now.
Pitch misses high. The count now 2-1.
You talked about Bryce Osmond's bunting ability, Billy. It feels like we could say that about just about every tool he has in his toolbox. He's really proficient at a lot of things here on the baseball field.
Swung on, that's fouled off. The count is now 1-2. 14 pickoff throws over to first from McQuaid today.
Does worry about the runners quite a lot when there are runners on base, especially that runner on first. So let's focus on the runner at first, no matter where the runners are.
Short lead there for Hughes. But still a pickoff throw over to first, number 15. Bryce Osmond awaits a 1-2 count. Hughes, a huge lead. He's thinking about going. Does not. This one is a blooper over towards short. Shortstop has it. A throw over to first is way offline. Gets into the dugout. The shortstop had a wild throw, and that will advance Hughes over to second now. And you think really that was a bit of a bait job there from Hughes, deking the shortstop. The shortstop, a wild throw. The first baseman, Salima, immediately off the bag, trying to jump up and make it. And they're actually going to move him over to third. So that is a pop out. to the shortstop, and a two-base throwing error by the shortstop.
It's the third error that the Starfires have put up on the board in 3.5 innings.
First pitch taken by the lefty Caden Trenkle. Count is 1-0. Infield comes in now. It's really crunch time here in the middle innings. They're already down 4-0. They need to get some sort of defense here. It's swung on, foul tipped by Trenkle. It's 1-1. The 1-1. That one shifted way foul. That ball got out of here in a hurry.
Well, the Westfield Starfires continue to show why they lead the FCBL in errors. Now 71 errors, including the 3 tonight. That's 20 more than the second most in the league. The Bravehearts with 51.
1-2 taken inside, but called strike 3. Home plate umpire Paul McKinney says on the inside corner, and that will be strike 3. Trenkle down on his second strikeout, third overall for McQuaid, bringing up Matt Malcolm.
Number 27, Matt Malcolm.
Continuing his tradition of picking up some chalk. Looking like a basketball player out there with that chalk. It's not baby powder, but it's still nice to see. Malcolm 1 for 2, an RBI double. The runner steals home. The tag is applied, and he's out. One-two on the caught stealing. That will end the inning. Try to get a little greedy there, but to no avail. That'll end the inning. First time we've seen an attempt of stolen base towards home this year. It's unsuccessful. No runs, no hits, 1 error, nobody left. To 4 full, to the top of the 5th. It is 4-0 Pittsfield. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Exercise is hard. So is maintaining a healthy diet. Of course, neither is half as hard as dying. Sadly, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke kill nearly 1 million people a year. Even sadder, most of these deaths are preventable with a few lifestyle changes, including regular activity, healthier eating, and not smoking. Talk to your doctor about your risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And if your doctor recommends lifestyle changes or medication, listen. The reason so many die is because not enough are willing to change. You can stop it, starting right now. It's your life. Listen to your doctor. Eat better. Get moving. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
I have a passion for the environment. That's why I serve in the United States Coast Guard. We monitor commercial vessels, making sure our ports and waterways are safe and clean from oil or other hazardous material. We patrol our fisheries, protect marine wildlife and their habitats. With all we do, it's about protecting America.
Were you born ready to protect America? Learn more at gocoastguard.com.
Sponsored by the United States Coast Guard in cooperation with the Massachusetts Broadcasters Association and this station.
We now head to the top of the 5th, and that's the first inning. The Suns don't score because the attempted stolen base, very rare stolen base, trying to go home, that being Dom Hughes. It's very odd to see, especially against a pitcher who has 15 pickoff throws. He threw it home for a ball. Catcher had it. And caught stealing 2 unassisted was Dom Hughes. That'll end the inning. This one's a high drive to left center field. However, Trenkle is going to go back towards the wall, and this one's going to go over the wall, and that's a solo shot on the first pitch of the top of the 5th. A solo shot by the catcher number 30, Tommy Quinn, and now the Pittsfield Suns lead it by a current score of 4-1.
Oh, that one got out of here in a hurry. Quinn put a charge into that one to deep left center. My goodness, he got a hold of that. That's his first homer of the. Oh, excuse me, I'm looking at the.
You are correct.
You are correct, yeah.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong stats, but nonetheless,
You got it.
It's his first homer of the year, and you wouldn't know it by how well he hit that. Maybe it's a shot in the arm here for the Westfield Starfires.
That one is struck foul there by left-handed hitting Anthony Clark. So the count is 0-1. Price awaiting the sign, has it. And the lefty versus lefty confrontation sees swinging strike 2. Anthony Clark, the circle change there from Alex Price. Proved dividends.
Well, Tommy Quinn had 2 home runs in his 3-year career at Stonehill College.
The 0-2 called, strike 3 on the outside corner. Perfect. 3 pitches there.
So a guy that has hit a couple of home runs, but not too many. Gets his first with the Westfield Starfires here.
And on top of it, that's only Westfield's 2nd hit of the day. The other one coming off the bat of Tommy Quinn in the 2nd inning.
Oh, that one I think was fouled off. No, that was hit off his elbow pad. That was hit off his elbow pad. They're going to bring in the bases umpire, but I think that really clearly hit him in the elbow pad.
That really cracked like it had hit the bat, but it wasn't close to the end of the bat.
I personally thought it hit the bat, but I don't know. Maybe you guys saw it differently. I thought I heard contact of the bat as well.
Oh, I definitely heard some. I definitely heard it, but
if it was after,
they're
going to warn him first. That's the correct call.
I think so.
If it hit the elbow pad and then the bat, it's still a hit by pitch.
Right. Yeah. That's probably what it was.
So now runner on first will bring up second baseman Dolan O'Castle. He walked and stole all the way to third.
A little bit of trouble here now. Alex Price giving up the leadoff home run. Got the next guy to strike out, but a hit by a pitch. And now Dolan Castle, the number 9 hitter in the order, already a walk in this game. Couple of stolen bases as well for him.
So Lima, a solid lead over at first, and the pitch. This is high and away for a ball 1-0. Take a peek here at Salima. Salima is 1 for 1 in stolen bases. Not much of a runner. And the 1-0. And chops in there for a cold strike on the curve. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on, runner in. Runner played it. Aces will be wild here for Alex Price. One. That's foul back. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a man gone. Top of the 5th. 4-1 Suns. Here's a pitch off the end of the bat, and it'll be another 1-2 count.
The sun is now set behind the trees. More sun to be seen. The lights are going to start to take effect pretty soon. And the temperature is going to drop up here pretty quickly as well.
Pretty healthy 65 degrees. Very, very comfortable. 65
yes, sir.
Degrees. Here's again the 1-2. This one inside out swing, and it's pushed into right field, rounding second, and then holding up will be Salima. That's a base knock there for Dolan O'Castle. Will bring up the center fielder, Danny Crossan. Just a weak line drive hit. He's able to push it in right field, have some English on it. Bring up the leadoff hitter, the 3rd time through the lineup now. This will be Danny Crossan, who's skied out to both center and left.
Well, Alex Price delivered a 1-2-3 inning coming back from the sun delay. But he's given up a couple of hits in this inning and a walk as well.
First pitch hits in the zone for a called strike, 0-1.
Nothing going on in the Suns bullpen. Everyone kind of sitting back and watching.
Price with runners on first and second will step off. Actually, that's pretty funny. The last sun delay we had also started at 7:36 back on July 5th. Up the middle, right to the pitcher. Throw over to second for 1. Over to first. It's not in time. And a run's going to come in. They're going to ask for interference here. The throw went in to the second baseman. It looks like the ball went out of play, so runners will advance. Gedman's going to come out and ask for interference on the slide. Kolumovic was on the bag. The throw then went over to Osmond, who then threw over to first. That will be a fielder's choice, 1-6.
So the guy that hit the ball gets to go all the way to third? Doesn't make much sense.
That doesn't make sense to me at all, no.
So one runner is in definitely. Put that one up on the board. Not going to get the call at all, it doesn't look like. That doesn't make sense why a runner would be all the way on third when he hit the ground ball.
Osmond's pleading his case. And now Matt Gedman, I think, is going to come to the home plate umpire and ask.
A bizarre sequence here defensively for the Suns.
Well, outs. I think they're going to put the runners back over on second and third. They're going to talk about it because that doesn't make any sort of sense why the fielder's choice would have a runner going all the way to third when the throw went out of play.
Well, it does make sense that Salima, he was at third, he scored, so that runner will score. And then
Yes.
the guy is out at second base on the 1-6 throw, and then the throw by the shortstop Osmond to first.
They are going to push him back over to second.
Right.
Now,
That's exactly
here's
what it
Bill
should be.
Sandillo. He's going to plead his case, and now the runner will have to go to third as well.
There is no runner on third because he got out.
Oh,
at-
excuse me. Yes,
right.
second.
So one runner across the plate, one runner's out on the play, and then the guy that hit the ball.
They're going to
he's
put
gonna
him
go
back
to
over at second. That makes sense.
There you go. Well, nonetheless, another run on the board for the Starfires in this inning.
Suddenly creeping back into this one.
That's right, and the guy in scoring position as well.
So it'll be an error on the shortstop, Bryce Osmond. And it is a 4-2 contest with a runner on second. Because you can't assume a double play. Let's see here, actually, if I have that scoring. This run goes over to second. Kolumovic will glove. Throw over to first is in time. That'll end the inning. We'll get all this scoring situated when we come back. 2 runs off 2 hits, 1 error and 1 left. We now head to the bottom of the 5th. Suns lead by a score of 4-2. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
They're your friends. They're your neighbors. They're even famous entertainers. They're teachers.
Okay, class, settle down. Open your book.
They're scientists and astronauts. They're hams. They're 650,000 strong, and they're just like you. Earning your amateur radio license is easy. Just contact the American Radio Relay League at 1-800-326-3942.
Salagadoola, menchikaboola, bibbidi bobbidi boo.
You must be your fairy godmother. Yes.
It doesn't take a fairy godmother to tell you that the right fit means everything.
Good heavens, child. You can't go in that.
Children under 4'9" need to be in a booster seat because they aren't ready for adult safety belts alone. Many parents miss the important step of booster seats.
Maybe you better explain things to him.
Booster seats raise your child up so that a safety belt designed for adults will fit and protect them properly.
Oh, that does make a difference.
Remember that 4'9" is the magic number, and get your little pumpkin there safely in a booster seat.
Hop in, my dear. Oh, thank you.
And like Cinderella, you can live happily ever after.
It's like a dream. A wonderful dream come true.
For more information, visit boosterseat.gov. This has been a message from the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
So 2 runs come in, 1 off the homer, then 1 off the throwing error by Bryce Osmond. And they rule it no interference over at short. So the run for Salima will be unearned, as it'll be the middle order for the Suns. Pitch misses to Matt Malcolm, and the count is 1-0.
I'll be honest, out of that sequence, I think the thing I was most surprised by was that there was no interference at second base.
Pitch is fouled off. I have to agree with you. I'm going to have to look on the playback as well and see if that was a legal slide. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's not going to matter. It's still 4-2.
Certainly. Not to dispute the call necessarily, but we've seen an instance of the Pittsfield Suns called for a runner interference play earlier in the season.
Pitch misses low, now 2-1.
Which was not dissimilar from what we just saw there.
Have to agree with you. I mean, looked like interference, and Bryce Osmond came up hobbling at the end of that play as well.
Good defensive swing from Malcolm. It's now 2-2.
Malcolm looks like he might have been a little frustrated with himself there. Ball kind of in the dirt. Didn't necessarily want to swing at it, but fouls it off, and now the count is even at 2-2.
And the pitch. Swung on, again fouled off. We'll go again to 2-2. Let's see here.
Mitch McQuaid still working out there. Oh, he's had his struggles. He's held the Pittsfield Suns to just 4 runs and 4 hits, so his pitching has been a little wild, but it hasn't been terrible.
Here's the windup from McQuaid and the pitch. High fly ball down the right field line. Charging in is Joyce, and it will dunk down for a base hit. The right fielder will throw into second, and the play at second is not in time. That is a double by Matt Malcolm. And his second double of the day, dunks that one down the right field line. What a hit.
And he is just having a great night tonight. A pair of doubles for Matt Malcolm. He continues his torrid campaign, being one of the best hitters on the Suns team, on the Suns offense, and showing off those catcher's wheels there. He motored around first, and he had no hesitation heading into second. Beats the throw, which did not end up in the glove. But nonetheless, he got there a smidge before. He would have been safe either way.
So it'll be Matt Valenti, a walk and a run scored. He sees ball 1. Let's see it. One more look at this play. See where the runner slid in. That's a legal slide. Yeah, that's definitely a legal slide. The correct call all the way around from Paul McKinney and Derek Kavinsky. Good on them for that. Pitch out of the zone now, 2-0. And to be honest, again, I'm not surprised. I've been here since 2011 with calling games with color, and then 2012 as play-by-play. I've been seeing a lot of Paul McKinney for the past number of years. Same thing with Derek Kavinsky. I'm not entirely surprised at all that they made the correct call all the way through. Pitch misses out of the zone. And now the count is 3-0.
Well, getting a little wild again is Mitch McQuaid. Starting off to Valenti with 3 balls here in the count.
And the pitch, 3-0 hits the outside corner. The count is 3-1. From the stretch, here's a 3-1. That's in the dirt low. Now runners on first and second as McQuaid continues to struggle, and I think this is Bill Sandillo pulling the plug on Mitch McQuaid's outing. They will. So bottom 5th, no outs, 2 runners on, and there'll be a new pitcher in the ball game here for the visiting Westfield Starfires. We'll be right back with more Pittsfield Suns baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
So here's my cell phone number, my husband's cell phone number, and here's the number to the grandparents. The number of the restaurant we'll be at, it's just down the block. And I told the neighbors you were here, so if anything happens, anything at all, don't hesitate to call. And what's your cell phone number again? I don't think I put that in.
Honey,
just what?
Honey, he'll be fine. Okay, let's go.
I know you're right.
The odds of a babysitter calling 911, 1 in 1,400. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 150. You know the odds of autism. Now learn some of the signs. No big smiles or other joyful expressions by 6 months. No back and forth sharing of sounds or facial expressions by 9 months. And no babbling by 12 months. To learn more of the signs and more about autism, visit autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
The following commercial is sponsored by feedthepig.org, an organization devoted to helping you save money. We will not entice you with messages like
lowest prices in town, dealer approved, certified pre-owned.
Nor will we brag about our
Huge selection, enormous variety.
We will offer no contingencies like
See store for details. Legal exclusions apply.
because we simply want to help you spend smarter and save better. Log on to feedthepig.org. Find the benefits of saving for every stage of life. Brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
So new pitch in the ball game here for the visiting Westfield Starfires. That is Vincenzo Camara. And inherited runners for Mitch McQuaid are on first and second. First pitch swinging over towards first. A throw over to second for one. Over to first. Not in time. 3-6 on the fielder's choice, and now runners on the corners.
It's nice speed that by Kolumovic down the first base line. Yeah, beats that throw out on a bang-bang play, but ultimately keeps only one out on the board, and Matt Malcolm advances to third.
Jack Colley, a fielder's choice, later scored, and a walk.
Boy, is this guy really looking for a hit. He's been turning it up a little bit recently, has Jack Colley. 4 hits in his last 12 at-bats, not including tonight's contest. He's been struggling all year with the bats.
That one looks like a slow curve, misses outside and breaks too much. Count is 1-2.
2 for 4 with a double and an RBI in his last time out against Nashua was Jack Colley.
Here's a pitch. Misses low. Good block there from Quinn. And the count now is 2-0.
Obviously the first time that he's facing Camara here. Camara 0-3 record, 6.51 ERA. He's out of East Haven, Connecticut. Westfield State is his alma mater.
Camara with the pitch. This one shifted foul, first base side, and out of play.
Camara's last appearance was against the Brockton Rocks, where he picked up the loss, only went 1 inning, gave up 3 hits and 4 runs. None of the runs were earned. 1 walk and 2 strikeouts, 9 batters faced in that inning.
Here's a 2-1. Pitch breaks. Oh, that slipped right out of the hand there from Camara. You could definitely see. Smacks his hand against his thigh. Slipped right out. And it's 3-1.
A guy that walks a lot of people as well. 10 walks in 9 2/3 innings. Puts him on board relatively easily.
The 3-1, big cut and miss. The runner does swipe second. Kolumovic with a heads-up play on the delayed steal.
Again, a nice play by Kolumovic there. Realizing that there was no one close to cover.
3 for 3 on the areas. Kolumovic and stolen bases, and what a great opportunity that gets rid of the double play ball. Step off, they're going to go over the signs again. Camara with the payoff. Hot shot over towards third. It is a fair ball past the third baseman. 1 run's going to come in. They're going to round now 2. The throw goes to second, and it's cut off. A 2 RBI double by Jack Colley with a maybe bit of an assist there from Matt Malcolm, blocking the view there of Walsh with no interference. And that is a big 2-run double by Jack Colley. Now the Suns lead it 6-2.
Really awesome to see that out of Colley. Again, a guy who struggled mightily this year at the plate. Struck out a bunch, but coming through there in a game that was getting maybe a little closer than the Pittsfield Suns might have liked. He kind of pads their lead and makes it a comfortable 4-run cushion now for the Suns.
Here's Kyle Cronk. The pitch is low with a runner on second and 1 gone. McQuaid's line is now finalized. Only one of those runs came in to score, and the inherited run will go against him, where he went a total of 4 innings plus, 23 batters faced, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, all 5 hits, including 2 doubles, 6 walks, ouch. 1 hit batsman, a wild pitch, 3 strikeouts. He threw 99 pitches, 50 for balls, and 49 for strikes. definitely not what you want to see with more balls and strikes, especially that high number of pitches.
Notably, 4 of those walks came in the 3rd inning.
Pitch misses low and outside. Now it's 2-0.
Suns only scoring 1 run out of that bases loaded scenario, but nonetheless, a bit of a sore spot for Quate.
He could have gone against Kalumovic. They elected to go to Kamara, who was ready. Here's a 2-0. High fly ball towards left. Kellogg going to try to sit underneath it on a long run and eventually will make the catch. Almost dropped it. The runner will tag up. The slide into third is not in time.
Not an easy catch out there at all for the left fielder, Kellogg. Not sure. There's not really any wind here, so not sure how that one was taken, but it looks like Kellogg had a tough time getting underneath of it. But in the end, he was able to make the catch. And here comes once again the manager for the Starfires. Looks like they got another arm in the bullpen ready to hop over the wall and come on in this one.
They will elect to go with a new arm. Bill Sandillo pulling the plug already on Camaro, who's only pitched 1/3 of an inning. So we'll be right back with more Pittsfield Suns baseball as there's 2 gone and a runner on third. Suns scoring 2. They lead it 6-2 over the Westfield Starfires. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network.
Do you suffer from the heartbreak of brain rot, feeling bored, sluggish, listless, not had a new idea in days? Using electronic gizmos without a clue why they work? Now there's help. Ham radio, guaranteed to stimulate your corroding neurons and open a whole new world of excitement. To learn more about ham radio, go to helloradio.org.
Side effects of ham radio usage include mental stimulation, desire for education, new career paths, understanding of technology, and cases of addiction have been reported. If you experience any of these symptoms, you're welcome.
Ham radio. It's not your granddaddy's radio anymore.
The following commercial is sponsored by feedthepig.org, an organization devoted to helping you save money. We will not entice you with messages like
lowest prices in town, dealer approved, certified pre-owned.
Nor will we brag about our
Huge selection, enormous variety.
We will offer no contingencies like
See store for details. Legal exclusions apply.
because we simply want to help you spend smarter and save better. Log on to feedthepig.org. Find the benefits of saving for every stage of life. Brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
I have a passion for the environment. That's why I serve in the United States Coast Guard. We monitor commercial vessels, making sure our ports and waterways are safe and clean from oil or other hazardous material. We patrol our fisheries, protect marine wildlife and their habitats. With all we do, it's about protecting America.
Were you born ready to protect America? Learn more at gocoastguard.com.
Sponsored by the United States Coast Guard in cooperation with the Massachusetts Broadcasters Association and this station.
So the new pitcher in the ball game is number 16, right-handed overhead thrower Brian Albee. He's going to replace Vincenzo Camara, who does have a runner over on second he's responsible for. He pitched 2/3 of an inning. Facing 3 batters, giving up 1 earned run. That could be 2, depending on Colley, who was over on third. Gave up 1 double. And pitched 10 pitches, 5 for strikes. So he was 50-50, much the same as McQuaid was 49%.
Well, this is just the second appearance for Albee. His last appearance came July 3rd against the Brockton Rocks. Had home, one full inning, giving up 1 hit, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Must have gotten out of a big jam there. Pitches for Eastern Connecticut State University, home of Matt Malcolm. With a 2-0 record, 18 innings pitched this season, 26 hits given up, 16 runs, 15 of those earned, 14 walks, 20 strikeouts, and a 7.50 ERA.
So with Colley on third, I highly doubt a steal here. We have seen one attempted today. I doubt it. Stranger things have happened. Pitch misses out of the zone, low and away for a ball. That one goes through the wickets of the catcher. He lost it. It's right behind him, and a run's going to score on the wild pitch. And that run will be inherited by Vincenzo Camara. That run will be earned. Just went through the wickets there, the catcher.
The Suns tacking on another here. They've scored in 4 of their 5 innings so far.
Pitch misses outside. Now it's 3-0 here to Cooney. And hits the outside corner. Count is now 3-1. Due to the technical difficulties, what we're going to do in between innings, we're going to have dead air and try to fix it. Might have a solution. This one shifted foul down the third base line. Count is full at 3-2. Albie from the stretch. Payoff. Hot shot to the third baseman. What a grab by Walsh on the line out. That'll end the inning, but not before the Suns plate 3 runs. Off of 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. Now with that line out, we now head through 5 full to the top of the 6th, and the Suns lead the Starfires 7-2. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. Just going to have a bit of dead air while we try to fix this communication issue with our stream, but we'll be right back. First pitch. Here as the heart of the order comes up in the top of the 6th with right fielder number 36, Thomas Joyce. He sees the first pitch called strike from the left side. Still out there is Price and the 0-1. Hits on the outside corner now 0-2. This one, a slow roller over towards first. Valente has it. He's going to run towards first and get the out.
Well, boys, I have a little bit of breaking news for you.
Oh boy. Right. That's
the
a tease.
home run derby is going on right now.
Yes, it is.
And a record was broken by
boy.
most home runs in a single round. It was by the young boy, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Why should I be surprised?
And do you want to guess how many he had?
I'm going to say, hold on one sec. We're going to wait for this pitch here to Christian Walsh. Pitch in there, called strike. It's 0-1. I'm going to say 22.
27.
29.
Wow.
29 homers for
That
the
might
young
be
boy.
worth watching when I get back home.
The 0-1, that misses low. And the count now is 1-1.
So is that record for most home runs by a single batter in a single round or combined?
I believe so.
Okay.
Says just broke the home run derby record.
Josh
for
Hamilton's record, I believe.
home runs in a single round.
Big swing and miss there by Walsh. It's now 1-2.
So Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the youngest player to ever compete in a home run derby, hit 29 home runs in the first round. 1 hit the scoreboard. 5 went at least 450 feet. 5 home runs, 450.
That dude lifts. The 1-2. Wall swings and misses for another strikeout. Price has been dealing all day long, including before and after the sun delay. Right now for Price, that's his 5th strikeout.
Well, it's much needed for the Pittsfield Suns here tonight with the bullpen being taxed yesterday in the game in the loss to the Brockton Rocks. Price really needed this outing to be at least 6 innings and 1 batter away from that.
Here's a pitch. Just misses the outside corner on the 70th pitch by Price here in 5 2/3 to the shortstop, Elijah Dale.
He can retire this batter quickly. He might have a shot at another inning.
Oh, he'll definitely. It's a matter of will he go to the 8th.
Right.
Pitch. That hits the outside corner. And the count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1. Swung on down the first base line. That's foul.
It's snagged by the tent off the first base foul line.
Price with a 1-2. Hot shot up the middle. That's going to get down for a base hit past the middle infielders to center field. So 4th hit in the contest for the Starfires.
The catcher, number 30, Tommy Quinn.
Tommy Quinn with a solo shot to lead off last inning.
He has been the Starfires' best hitter today. 2 hits and 2 at-bats. Of course, the solo home run that we saw back in the 5th.
Pitch. Yeah, it's in there. Call strike. Count is 0-1 to Tommy Quinn, the man who has half of the hits and runs for the Starfires today.
He's a 258 hitter coming into the day. That's 20 points above the team average.
This pitch. Check swing. It's low. So a ball, a strike, 2 gone. This one swung on and missed on the pitch there from Price, and now the count is 1-2.
That's a big hack for Quinn. He wanted to take a 2-run chunk out of this lead there, but not to be as he comes up empty.
Price with the 1-2. Swung on, hot shot over towards third. Cauley has it. He'll flip over to second for the 5-4 fielder's choice, and that is going to end the inning. And in the inning, no runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. We now head through 5.5 to the bottom of the 6th. Suns lead at 7-2. We'll be right back with more Pittsfield Suns baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. Once again, going to be testing our equipment. Our apologies for the technical difficulties.
Exercise is hard. So is maintaining a healthy diet. Of course, neither is half as hard as dying. Sadly, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke kill nearly 1 million people a year. Even sadder, most of these deaths are preventable with a few lifestyle changes, including regular activity, healthier eating, and not smoking. Talk to your doctor about your risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And if your doctor recommends lifestyle changes or medication, listen. The reason so many die is because not enough are willing to change. You can stop it, starting right now. It's your life. Listen to your doctor. Eat better. Get moving. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Give yourself the gift of a comfortable retirement by setting some cash aside for yourself. Saving a little of your monthly income can be as affordable as the average holiday gift. If retirement is near, you'll want to start saving right away. If you're younger, begin saving now, and compound interest will help your retirement funds snowball. A great way to figure out how much you'll need to save for retirement is to learn how much you'll get from Social Security. Do that in minutes at www.socialsecurity.gov/estimator.
There's a new catcher in the game here for the visiting Westfield Starfires. The defensive replacement will go to number 20, Angelo Diaquento. Angelo Diaquento will be the new catcher. That pitch, that's in there for a called strike. The count is 1-1 here to Anthony Clark. Next pitch, that misses for a ball. Count is now 2-1 to Anthony Clark. That pitch just misses the outside corner. The count now is 3-1. And that's going to be ball 4 there to Dom Hughes. So bring up the shortstop, number 40, Bryce Osmond, who is 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch.
Osmond's kind of been a guy who's been a little hot and cold over the course of the year. You know, he started the year with no hits in his first few at bats, and then came alive for a long hitting streak, and now his average has dropped back down to 184.
That pitch misses out of the zone. The count is now 1-0.
At its peak, hovering around 222, so not a tremendous average hitter, but he certainly has the power to drive the ball.
That's in there for a called strike at the knees, and now the count is 1-1. That is shot foul, first base side. Count is now 1-2.
We are starting to see some beautiful colors along the skyline. Orange from the very horizon, fading into pink, fading into purple as you climb higher in the night sky. Really great view. We've seen a lot of those so far this year at Wacona.
Now the 1-2 way outside. Hughes fainting over at first.
I guess that's the advantage to having the sun set where we're looking the whole night. Pretty spectacular.
Runner does go. The pitch hits the plate. The runner might have had a shot at third if he continued, but of course he wasn't expecting it to do that. So that'll be a stolen base for Dom Hughes.
And nicely done. Not getting too overzealous was Hughes. Had he hit that base in stride, he would have pretty easily made it to third. But again, as you just said, Billy, he was not expecting to need to move.
Dancing out there is Hughes. Pitch. Called, strike 3. Time is called, but strike 3 there to Osmond brings up Caden Trenkle.
Again, not Osmond's night. The only thing he has to show for the night was being hit by a pitch in the second inning. He now has only one hit in his last 16 at-bats. Does Osmond. So now Caden Trenkle will step in. Again, try to put the Suns on the board for the 5th out of 6 innings so far in this contest. It's been a big reason for their success tonight.
And now another meeting And Trinkle still awaiting his first pitch. And the first pitch that shifted foul, third base side, and running out of room there is the third baseman, Walsh.
Just barely running out of room there was Walsh. Thought he might have had a chance. That ball didn't even get out of the park. Just couldn't get there in time. Ball was falling much too quickly.
Here's the 0-1. That hits on the lower outside corner there to Trinkle. And now the count is 0-2.
Dom Hughes is interesting over there at second base. He takes a huge lead to the backside, almost towards center field. Then he starts dancing once the pitcher starts looking at him a bit.
The 0-2, hot shot up the middle to the shortstop. Snared there by Dale. That'll be out number 2.
Very heads-up base running by Dom Hughes there. He knew immediately that was going to be an out, and he retreated to second to avoid getting doubled up.
Well done. Exactly what I was going to say.
Here's Matt Malcolm, 2 doubles, an RBI and a run.
It's been an extra base hitting machine lately. The 2 doubles in this game and then a couple of doubles before in previous games that the Suns just had. He's had a double in the last 3 out of 4 games before this one.
First pitch that misses out of the zone. The count is 1-0.
Yes, sir. He's good for 5 doubles on the season, which is tied for third best on the team with Jack Colley.
Pitch that just misses. On the inside corner high. The count is now 2-0.
Steely nerves by Malcolm there to take that one. Looked like pretty close, at least, from here.
Pitch that is out of the zone. Now 3-0.
That'll be now 7 doubles for Matt Malcolm.
And that's tied for 11th in the league.
I was going to say, just looking that up.
D'Onofrio and Ricciardi of Brockton and Worcester, respectively, in the league lead with 9 each. That pitch is in there, called strike on the 3-1. Swung on a miss there from Malcolm. Now it's full at 3-2. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network at Paul Dowd Field at Wacona Park in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Billy Madewell, Steve O'Brien Jr., and Colin Quinn. At bottom of the 6th, 2 gone, runner on second. It's a full count. The Pittsfield Suns lead the Westfield Starfires by a score of 7-2. Payoff. Inside out swing hits off the pitcher towards the shortstop. Takes a weird hop, and this one goes into center field. And a run is going to come in on the play off a weird hop. So that is going to be an infield single by Matt Malcolm. That one just took an awkward hop. And scoring on the play will be Dom Hughes. And somehow, some way, that's going to go down as an RBI single.
Sure.
Such an interesting play there. So weird. First goes off the glove of the pitcher and then takes a very weird hop there on Dale. Nothing you can do about that. Definitely no error to be charged whatsoever.
I got crushed up myself there on who touched the ball first between the shortstop, Dale, and the second baseman, O'Castle. And little to be seen on the play. Dom Hughes hit third base with a head of steam and came charging home to score again for the Suns.
Matt Valente with a foul ball. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. Pitch, it's the outside of the plate, and the count is 0-2. That pitch misses upstairs. A ball and 2 strikes. The 0-2. This one a chopper headed towards third, gloved, and the throw over to first is high, but snapped there by Salimas. That'll be a ground out 5-3. That is going to end the inning. We're through 6 full innings of play now. Suns score run off of 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Now we head to the top of the 7th, and the Pittsfield Suns lead the Westfield Starfires 8-2 now. You're listening to Pittsfield Suns Baseball on the Pittsfield Suns Baseball Network. One more time again for the testing of equipment. Our apologies.